All right, hello, everybody, and welcome to session number 56 of Unlikely Heroes, our weekly Dungeons and Dragons game, which we play on Sunday, the longest one-shot in all of Dungeons and Dragons history. Also, yes, that was a really stupid fucking bot. What a waste of coding. All right. Anyways, Seru, how are you, buddy? Good to see you here. For everybody who is here and has not been here before, which I don't think I actually see anybody, but just for reference, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to chat while we play, because I like to make sure that I'm giving the players my full attention. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive into session number 56 here. And we're going to do a very quick recap, XP recap. Honestly, both recaps, there's not a whole lot to say because last session was 100% combat. I apologize to Candace in advance here because I know you literally didn't get to do anything last session, and that was an unfortunate byproduct of Doc being rendered unconscious the session prior. So, we are going to hopefully figure this thing out. Seru, hanging in there. That's all you can do, man. Hang in there. Hang in there. I hope to see you. I also, Seru, I apologize. I didn't realize that you had gone live last night until it was already like fucking midnight our time. I saw this morning in Discord that you went live, and yeah, I apologize about that, man, because I definitely did not pop in and say hi to you. And I was a little pissed because I was like, God damn it, the game you're playing is awesome, and I really want to see more of that content. So, if you happen to stream this week, please play that game at least once, because I want to continue watching it. All right, guys, we're gonna pop back over to the game here for recaps, and then we'll be back at it. All right, guys. So, where last we left off, well, let's just go ahead and go through the ropes really quick. So last session number 55, was a 100% combat session. We managed to, through the course of the session, you guys collectively downed all of the hyenas, and I'd say about 75% of the gnolls. You currently find yourselves in a rather precarious situation here where Aurora is just still a little bit too far out to really be 100% effective, but somehow she's still landing like 90% of her fucking shots. You find yourself with multiple of the gnolls having fled the combat, or attempted to flee the combat. Successfully took care of. Here with me, motherfucker! We're going down together! So you've all gotten to the points where you're at. Ree is not doing well. Gray is honestly not doing all that great. However, the big Gnoll leader that has the kind of twisted like bone protrusions coming out of its body, is currently in a state of hypnosis thanks to Gray's I think it was actually hypnotic pattern, if I'm not mistaken. So it is currently in a state of charm, which also has it completely rendered motionless. Yeah, there is one hunter on the field. God damn, that is loud as fuck. Give me one sec. Sorry, the beeps in Roll20 for some reason were just extremely loud. So you have one hunter on the field. That's this one down here. It is not carrying its longbow. Actually, you know what? No, this one is carrying its longbow. The pack leader, we'll call it for all intents and purposes, is armed, but is got way scarier teeth and claws than its spear. There's this gnoll over here, closest to the edge of the map, and that is the one that is still currently attempting to exchange ranged fire with Aurora. And then this guy over here still has its bow, but has been getting its shit smacked for a minute. It was attempting to chase down Gray initially, and then Ree showed up, and it was like, uh-oh. So that's kind of where we find ourselves. We're going to go straight back to the top of the round here when we start, but very quickly, Let's see here. So, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot last session, so I threw 100 RP experience in there just because there was some combat roleplay. So that's gonna put Gray at 29,771, Aurora at 28,759, and the rest of the party at 31,609. And yes, even though there is a character who is technically dead at this point, you do still gain the XP. It's just one of those things that you know how I do. So, okay. So, let's see. Sorry, go ahead, Lucy.
You said it's 29,771, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Just making sure.
Yeah. Okay, so, and then I've got, yeah, I don't have any legitimate details outside of that. I know that Aurora, you are currently 6 rounds out from the edge of the map, which is a good place to be. You are well within shooting distance of the edge of the map, which is what we were discussing last time. I think that's all I've got, you guys. The rest of my notes here were literally just me counting down turns until people were able to do things, so. Any questions?
How many turns did we actually have last round?
How many turns did we actually do? That's a good fucking question, actually. Give me 1 second. I can tell you almost exactly.
I thought you might be able to.
And then when you do that, I might have a slight correction on my distance.
Okay. So, let's see here. I have that we did... Yep, so it was 6 turns.
6 turns, okay.
Yep.
You have 4 more at my rage.
Okay. Oh, wow, does Rage actually have, is it only up, is it a minute, or...
Yep.
Oh, wow, okay. Okay, so we've got 6 turns, and then Aurora, you are... Sorry, you said you needed a correction on your distance? Is that what I'm understanding you were saying?
At the last one, my last round, I just got within my 120, so I should be 5 rounds of single movement.
Yep, I have that over here on the right-hand side here. So, you're at 120 feet, 5 rounds until you're at the 50-foot mark, which is the mark to get you actually onto the map. Instead of 6 rounds. Right, yeah, okay. I tracked your shit in 2 distances because we were deciding whether or not you were shooting with advantage, shooting regularly or with disadvantage, so. Okay. All right.
All the different ranges to play with. Bow ranges, spell ranges, tiny halfling leg ranges.
I'll be honest with you, in the entire... within the entire length, I should say, of me running this campaign's universe, I have never once had a character with a ranged weapon firing from off of my map. Ever. Nobody has ever done it. And honestly, I don't know why the fuck why you wouldn't. If I played a ranger or an archer of any sort, I would never be on a fucking map. I would want to know exactly how far off the map my ass was. And how high up.
The problem is when you do that, you end up being just outside of a unicorn's healing range, time and time again.
She's not wrong.
You are literally not wrong. Hey, you know what, though? You're that far away. Just don't get shot, right? It's one of those things. Look, if you're an archer, you better be able to take care of yourself at least for a little bit until you can get some help. Which, hey, you are very adept at. So, okay. If there's no further questions, let me go ahead and get some tunes cranking. And by tunes, I mean the sounds of skirmish.
I believe you mean the sounds of Gnolls dying and re-screaming.
That's screaming.
Yeah.
Sounds of silence.
I would not want to be, like, the small orc warband, like, 500 yards away, just minding their own fucking business. Like, you know, one's just sitting there with the spoon shaking in his mouth, and the other one's just like, "Shut up, Grog-Gore. You just let those gnolls do that thing, mate." That's right, Grog-Gore. Full orc. Okay. So,
that's my next character.
It might be if I manage to pull together my one shot. Oh god, I can't. I gotta stop using the term one shot.
Yeah, you know, what happens when you do that. We're living it. 'Cause you know what happens when you do that. 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 You know what happens when you
All right, so let's see. Hypnotic Pattern. It was cast on your last turn, and we went to the top of the round. The Gnoll with the spiky, bony protrusions is currently incapacitated and charmed. Actually, it is incapacitated because it is charmed, because of the spell. And that's that. It doesn't even get a fucking... It doesn't even get it literally does not even get a save at the end of each of its rounds. It is literally just, if it is hurt, you lose concentration or something shakes it out of its whatever the fuck it is. So, that being said, its turn bypasses. The Gnoll that is currently engaged with Aurora. Alright, so it is going to rear back and take a single shot with its longbow. Nope, that's a miss. Okay. So an arrow goes flying overhead. The Gnoll hunter down here is going to take 2 steps up. There we go. And I'm going to just make an intelligence check to see if it even knows what the fuck is going on with its friend. Oh, intelligence is not the strong suit of Gnolls. It's a 5. So, it's just going to let his buddy do his thing, and it's going to draw, and it is going to fire. Okay, so 1 shot is being fired at Gray, 1 shot is being fired at Ree. Gray, we'll roll you first. Nah, this did 9. You're good. Second shot is not even worse, a 7. All right, so both arrows fly past the two of you. Aurora.
Got them shook.
Yeah.
I'm just continuing to exchange shots. So first one.
Yep, that is a hit. All right, so for 9 damage.
I'm still... that should have been disadvantage because I'm not within 80 yet, even if I move first.
Fair enough. Okay, so go ahead and give me a second roll. Yep, still not an issue. The arrow, you lob it as high as you can get it. As the arrow whizzes past you from it, your arrow flies in a path a little bit to the left, and as it hits, you can't even see the Gnoll really reel back from pain or anything. It just kind of, the arrow just disappears into its fur, and then it just slumps forward on the ground in a heap and ceases moving.
Fantastic. Am I close enough to see everything else yet?
So you cannot see this, but you can see this, and you cannot see this yet. There's still kind of a bush hiding you. So let's see, that was, you have 1 regular move. Is that what I'm understanding? So that would be,
Yep.
Is it 30 or are you 20?
I am 25.
25. Sorry, you know what? I shorted you. Shorted you that last time too. I get to make little people jokes. Okay.
That's
Can I make some sort of check to see if I would know if that thing is charmed, hypnotized, whatever the hell it is? 'Cause I think that's the one, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, because you're still pretty fucking far away from it. You can make an Arcana check with disadvantage. And that is only based on the raw distance that you are from it. Actually, you know what? No. Well, I'll tell you what. Just make it as a straight roll. I'll take the 10 into consideration there as your actual roll. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you saw Gray's spell go off. Hypnotic Pattern is not an invisible spell. It is a big, flashy fucking thing. So you would have seen something happen and then it just stand there. However, with a 10, you're not entirely sure what the hell's going on. What you do know is that once the flash faded, you can kind of see it like grasping at its eyes and like kind of like just, it appears to maybe be stunned. It's not doing shit though. Definitely
Okay,
focused
well-
on the bright flashy effects.
Yeah, well, I've seen him do a hypnotic pattern once before, so I'm not gonna shoot and break that thing out of its reverie. I can't hold my second attack, so I guess I'm just going to lose that one.
Okay. All right. Gray.
Yeah,
Gray, you feel
Gray.
your hypnosis is still in full effect. You feel the dark tendril of a puppet string connected in your psyche, and you continue to manipulate the pattern as this creature continues to swipe and grab at its face. And that connection is
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah, I'm just checking spell slots. Oh, perfect. Okay. Can I see the Gnoll next to him?
Oh yeah, yep. Oh yeah, he fired at you.
Can I see the Gnoll by the bridge as well?
That one you cannot.
Okay, then I am gonna follow Ree.
Okay.
Because I know it's there. I charged past it.
Yeah, you charged past it. You just currently cannot see it with the dire fern in the way.
30. I'm gonna go over here.
Okay, now as you step through the bush, you come out and you go, oh, there he is.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Bane at level 3. I mean,
Okay.
sorry, blindness and deafness, not Bane.
I was gonna say, okay, I'll take that concentration loss, no problem, baby.
So I'll cast blindness on both of them. So that's a con save 14.
Okay, give me just one sec. Now, I don't think you're gonna be able to do that. Oh, you said at level 3, right? Never mind. You can do level 3. Okay, you're good, you're good. Because it's a second level spell usually, right? Okay.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry, con save, or what did you say, wisdom?
it is a con save,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Alright, and is this going to be for blindness or deafness?
Blindness.
I had a feeling that was the case, but, you know, you just never know.
They can still shoot if they can't hear.
They can still shoot if they can't see, just not well. Alright, Constitution. Wow, believe it or not, their Constitution is almost as bad as their Intelligence. They're really strong and really dexterous, though. Alright, so this is for the Gnoll on the bridge. And this is for the Gnoll across the way. Alright. So you mutter your incantation. You invoke an extra pulse of energy, an extra tier of shadowy energy, and as the shadowy claws begin to creep around the back of the skull of both of these creatures, they find themselves both unable to resist the shadow's allure, and the claws grow sharp and bury themselves into the eye sockets, causing both of them to be completely blinded.
Then I guess Gray's gonna turn to Ree and go, it'll be even easier to smack him now. Get him!
I'm doing it. I'm going.
And that's my turn.
All right. All right, so the Gnoll on the bridge. Okay, so the Gnoll on the bridge is going to, well, I'll tell you what, here, we're going to roll a d20 and see what exactly it does, because creatures that rely on sight don't like to not be able to see when there's enemies around. Ah, alright, got enough balls to stay, that's brave. It is going to...
One brave Gnoll.
The one, yeah, considering 3, 4, 5 fucking of them started to run. And only, I think, 1 made it off the field. 2, maybe? Alright, so... Disadvantage on attack rolls.
The ones who weren't close to Ree made it.
Exactly.
So since Ree is currently screaming, and it is not deaf, it is going to charge straight ahead and attempt to make an attack with its spear with disadvantage. Oh, that is really unfortunate for me, because one of those was a nat fucking 20.
Ooh. Did the other one hit?
10, 11, 12, 13. So the other one was a 13, but I think you're 14, aren't you?
16.
Oh, you're 16. Okay, yeah. So no, I mean, it's coming straight for your heart, but it's doing it so carefully that you're just like, nah, not today, bitch. And that's it. That is literally all I can do. All right, Rhea, it's your turn.
No, you do it like this, you little shit, man!
All right, give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. It gets to make another Constitution saving throw, which it fails. Okay, so it is still blind. So you have advantage on your attack.
Okay. Some great rolls. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit. Yep. Now there's extra damage behind that, correct? Or does that include your...
There should be rage damage. I don't know why it's not showing up again.
So I'm seeing 2d6, so it was 2d6 plus 3, so it was a 3 and a 1 plus 3 equals 7 plus 0. I think the 0 was supposed to be your rage damage, but I know you're raging. So is it 2 or 3 rage damage?
It's 2.
Okay, so it's 9 total?
Yeah. Yep. If it's still up, I will...
It is.
Do it again harder.
It winces. It winces under the pain, and it buckles, pisses itself a little bit, and begins to yelp.
Good. I like that. I think the same rolls. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Whoa. Whoa. That is max damage. So that's actually 18, isn't it?
17.
Oh, sorry. It was plus 2. My bad.
Yeah.
Boop. So...
That's nuts.
Doing the thing.
As it begins to shudder under the weight of the first blow of the maul, you rear back, and as you come down on it, it is already starting to drop its spear and kind of kneel down. You see it starting to pat around on the ground, trying to find something, and you absolutely snuff its existence out. Just obliterated. It just ceases.
Nice. Ceases to be.
I hope I'm not in the splash zone.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, you definitely in the splash zone.
Absolutely. So I still see this asshole down here, but
Correct.
I'm privy enough to know that this guy's hypnotized. I mean, I've seen him do it before, right?
You have, but you're raging. Would you know? I mean, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me how much you think you know, because you saw the effect go off. You've seen him do it before, and this guy is currently standing there, just kind of like grabbing at his face. But I don't know what Ree knows in a raged state or not. That's on you.
She sees the leader of the person who killed her friend. That's kind of the limit of it, I think.
Now, what I will tell you is that even seeing it in that state, it's an easy fucking target because it's not moving. It's not advancing on you. It's just like the blind guy. God, this sounds really fucked up. Are we playing an evil campaign? Gray. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say. Just trying to get us there.
Okay, I think Ree is going to... I mean, she can't do anything this round anyway, so she's just going to beeline in that direction. Let's see. Yeah, so she's pretty much just going to run up... She's going to run up there and then basically just do a jumping leap across the way as far as she can.
Okay. So it's 15 feet up, and it's 5, 10, 15, 20... Let's see, 5, 10, 15... Yeah, so it'd be like... Because that thing is technically standing, like, on the ledge, but if you jump to this square, it's still... I mean, it's still 20 feet. Can you do a 20-foot jump in one shot?
I think it's, what, your strength, which is 15, I think, plus 3?
Yeah, give me just one... Just give me 1 sec here. I know I have a sheet on it. Hey, I think I found the sheet. God, that was the fastest I've ever found a fucking sheet. I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah, you when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, it's half. So
okay.
it's just my strength.
So it's just strength. So,
Yeah.
but your strength is 20, isn't it? Or is it 18?
It's 15.
Oh, it's 15.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The,
That's right.
the,
Okay.
the vertical jump was
Gotcha.
strength plus 3.
Right. For
For some reason, the long jump is...
Yeah, I mean, it's still not that bad. I mean, 5, 10, so you can still get here. You'll just have to climb up next round. You know, you're really not jumping that far. But go ahead and give me, if you are going to do that jump, that's no problem. You can jump here or here because they're both 15, and then just give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. She'll just come... My mouse is being real choppy right now. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Here we go. You splash down right there, and then dex save.
Your mouse is like, we heard you got a new microphone, asshole.
Yeah, right? Okay, that's a 19.
Oh, yeah, no, you didn't take any damage. You're fine.
Alright, so what does that leave me? That leaves me... What was that? 10? It was 15 to get there?
Yeah,
and
so
then-
it's 15 to get there. So you moved 10, right? So that was 5, 10... Well, actually, I'm sorry. I think it was... Weren't you here?
I think I was over here.
Okay, so it's 5, 10, plus the 15 is 25. But you have a 50 movement right now, don't you?
Correct.
Yeah, so you can climb the 15 feet up right now and still have a couple feet of movement. Just go ahead and give me an athletics or acrobatics check, whatever tickles your pickle, and we'll see how you get up there.
Athletics
assuming it-
tickles my pickle.
I was going to say, I assume it was athletics because you're raging. Because don't you have advantage on athletics checks?
I do, yeah.
God damn. Okay, well, yeah, no, you fucking scale and get up there, no problem. I imagine, like, you even get to that spot and you cling to the fucking rocks, and you don't even hit the water. You just hit the side and just start skittering up.
Just punch the wall and just keep punching until I get to the top.
You punch footholds for you to climb up with.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and you find yourself at the top. God, that's fucking terrifying.
Murder missile.
Yeah, no joke. Okay, this guy down here, unfortunately, he's fucked. So that's that. Alright, on that note, the hunter over here, still not quite intelligent enough to realize that his buddy is incapacitated, but...
Does have a goblin breathing down his neck.
And I was just going to say, I'm going to throw a perception check, and it's advantage because it has keen senses scent, and I rolled 2 16s, so that with the +8, it smells that you're there, and probably hears you screaming in its face.
I'm not being silent about it.
Definitely not. So with that being said, it now drops its longbow, and you see it reach for the spear, pull the spear out, and begin to lunge at you. So, the first one is going to be a two-handed attack. And, wow, that is terrible. Yep, that was I rolled a 2 for the first one, and with its being disadvantaged, my second one was a 1! So, fuck me. On that note, it's going to use its second attack to attempt to bite you. Since it's already fumbling around and not capable of seeing anything. That's not that bad, but yeah, that's definitely still a miss. I missed you by 2. Okay. So, it snaps at you, and you feel its hot breath and its slobber just kind of like drip down onto you, and it's pretty rancid, but thankfully it does miss you. Alright, that ends its turn, but it gets a constitution saving throw. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just threw that d20 into my shelving unit, so that's awesome. And that is an 18, so the blindness wears off. But it definitely did what it was supposed to do. I don't even know what... That's the second time in this campaign that Yeah, it is with Jesus. That sucks too, because that was one of my favorite fucking d20s. That's alright, we'll find it.
Is that the one that was rolling all the ones?
It was, unfortunately.
No,
which
go
is,
get it.
I will find it.
Don't worry, I grabbed my weighted one real quick. I'm just kidding.
One with all 20s.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Alright,
You
Aurora.
don't get to use it.
I don't think there's anything that I can do at the moment, so I think I'm just double moving.
Well, you can fire at the one that's standing there if you want to, but if you'd rather, you could absolutely double move.
No, I'm not gonna break the hypnotism.
Okay, understood.
So yeah, I get to move a full 50 this time.
Hey, that's better than the alternative. Imagine being this poor bastard who can't move at all. Alright, Gray.
How injured does the guy look? The one Ree's facing currently.
Make a medicine check. It's tough to tell because it is covered head to toe in blood, and you're not sure if it's it or something else's.
In that case, Gray is just gonna stand there and wait for Ree to murder this guy.
Okay, understood. Alright, Ree, I think we both know what time it is.
I would like to murder this guy.
Go, gadget, murder missile! Ah!
Okay, he's not blind anymore.
He is not blind anymore, no.
Alright, normal roll. Yeah. Yeah?
Oh,
14.
fuck that.
16 owies.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that'll do it.
Good.
So you hit it, and you snap the spear completely in half, and your follow-through hits it in the chest, and you see the right side of its rib cage completely cave in. You begin to hear whistling through the now open wound in its chest. It now has officially a sucking chest wound. It is still standing, but just fucking barely, and it's holding the one end of the spear up at you in desperation.
Do it again, but harder.
Do it!
Oh, yeah, 16. That hits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with that, you rear back, you kick the spear to the side as you swing wide with the maul, and as the molar hits it, just like that ape would have wanted, it crushes the skull underneath it onto the ground, and...
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to roll that.
That's okay. All right.
Nice.
So,
Alright,
that's that.
Yeah, she'll saunter up next to this guy. And that's all she can do. Thinking
All
about
right.
fucking turning his skull inside out.
So, as you get there, make a perception check for me.
Nope.
Okay, disregard. You're covered in a lot of blood. Alright, I don't know what to even say because you guys have my boss monster fucking stuck in a hypnotic pattern. 3 rounds deep. So, if you don't hit it before my time is up, I'm gonna fuck you up. Aurora!
Can I see Ree there?
You can see Ree.
Okay, Ree's there. That means this thing's okay to be murdered. So I'm going to attempt to shoot it and not Ree.
Okay.
Yeah, please don't shoot me.
How far out
Might
am
kill
I
me.
from this thing?
So you are still not within your 80 feet. You're close. You are real close, but you're not quite there. You would surmise it's going to take you at least 2 rounds to get to that 80-foot threshold. Nope. I take that back. Because you moved 50 last round, didn't you? So you are at 70 feet right now. You are just within fucking range. Well, no, but it's 70 feet from the edge of the map. So this is 70. This would be your 70-foot, right? So that's... Right. So that's... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So you have to move 40 more feet to shoot at this thing without disadvantage. Which means if you either A, double move this round to get to that spot, or B, move once this round, fire at disadvantage, move once next round, fire normal. So I had it right. It was essentially 2 rounds. I just didn't have it in the correct order. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
She's going to just throw her hand out and mutter an arcane something that she doesn't even know, and just let loose the arcane energies at this thing. And I'm going to do Chaos Bolt.
What's the distance on Chaos Bolt?
120 feet.
God damn.
I can move first if I need to, but
Nah,
I
mean, you're okay. What do I? How do I do the magics?
Do the thing.
Yeah, so
I'm just kidding,
she's
by the
not
way.
sure
Yeah, it
what's
is.
going to happen here.
All right, so with that being said, I believe you need to make an attack, a spell attack roll. You can obviously just click on it in D&D Beyond and it'll do it for you. And yeah, then we determine what happens. Give me 1 second though before you start clicking.
Oh, I rolled.
No,
like
it's fine. No, fine.
absolute garbage.
No. You're fine. You're fine. But I need to look up one very important detail. One very important detail. And that is... Okay. So yeah, you make that as a straight roll. That's what I was looking to see, is if it was a straight roll or not, because incapacitated, which it currently is does not mean you have advantage on attack rolls.
Darn.
I'm just making sure. Hang on, bear with me again. I'm just making sure that I have the debuff correct. It is incapacitated. Okay, so incapacitated just means that it literally cannot move, and charm does not affect anything that has to do with attack rolls. So, Chaos Bolt 7. That's 7 total. Oh yeah, you did not roll well. That's okay. So, what happens is, you throw your palm out, you mutter the incantation, and as you just let the arcane energies and the whispers from your internalized Meepo wash over your body, the syllables spill out your mouth, you trace a sigil, and you see the hand that is stretched outwards, which is your scaled hand. You can see clear as day the scales begin to shift almost in this wave-like pattern between different colored draconic scales. You see black, and then gold, and copper, silver. Suddenly it lands on red. Your whole hand, the entire length of the scaled hand turns red, and this pulse of chaotic fire energy launches forth from it, and lands just short, but when it hits, it bursts and ignites a small patch of ground on fire. As you look back down, as quickly as they change to red, they change back to white.
She's gonna mutter a sorry Ree and then keep going.
Okay. All right. Gray, you don't necessarily see, like, the shit show that was just this chaos orb, but you definitely see it streak and then impact. Whoop. Ain't that big.
Whoa.
It ain't that big.
An intense animation.
There we go. So we'll say it landed here and just...
Gray's gonna look at that. Look in the direction of, like, Aurora.
There is a trail from her open palm, which you catch just shifting back to white. There is a trail of smoke. like a missile has just been launched.
And he's gonna say, I think she should stick with arrows. If I get hit with one of those, I think I might just die. And that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna keep him as... Actually, I'm gonna ready an action. The second I lose concentration with that spell, aka when Ree hits him, I'm going to cast Bane on him.
Okay, bear with me. Okay, so I can't let that be. I cannot allow you losing concentration to be your trigger, because the way a readied action works is that you are already in the process of casting the spell. So when you begin the spell that will also require concentration, you are immediately breaking your concentration to focus your energies to concentrate on. So you can pick another modifier, like when Re hits it, then you cast it, or you can drop it now and allow yourself to cast the spell. Or you can ready another thing like a well, you know what, you don't do damage though. Never mind. I digress.
Okay then. If Re hits him, I will then, yeah, because I fully trust that Re's gonna hit him. I'm gonna cast Bane.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Now remember, you are already casting Bane, so you are just trusting that. Yep. Okay.
Re click the spell slot. Don't worry.
All right. No. That's not what I was worried about. I just wanted to make sure that you understood that while you are holding it, it will, whether it happens or not, you're gonna lose it. So, okay.
You said when Re hits him?
When Re hits him. Yep.
When Re hits him.
That's an important modifier right there.
Very important. Yes. Hey, Re, it's your turn.
Hey, let's try to hit him.
I'm sure you'll do just fine. You've fucked up everything else on the field so far, so... well, not everything. Okay, I'll give Aurora her credit.
A few got away. Yeah, one got by Aurora. Yeah.
Okay, so you just...
At least two, thank you.
So yeah, Ree just kind of murders that last Gnoll over there, and she just walks over to him slowly, and then she will just kind of waver for a moment, like just she's lost a lot of blood. She's really hurt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you are really fucked up.
Yeah, but she will just second of silence, and then just echoing scream through the whole valley here, and then recklessly attack.
Oh shit. Okay, well, there's your advantage.
Wish I had Fury of the Small for this one. Oh, 15 hit.
15 does hit. So, there is a chain of events that are going to proc here, so bear with me for just a moment. So, go ahead. So, we're looking at 14 damage, correct?
Correct.
And it's okay, so it's 14 bludgeoning and... Oh, you know what, though? You have a magic maul. Disregard. Alright, so Gray. So, reels back and just fucking pummels this thing in the chest and stomach. It drops its spear as you see the flash in its eyes kind of blink and the hypnotic pattern fade from it. You feel your concentration cease as you complete your incantation and you let off your pulse. And I'm sorry, what spell were you holding again?
Bane.
B4.
B4. Okay, so let me make, what is that, wisdom saving throw?
Is a charisma saving.
God damn. Man, fuck you. Dude. You suck. Alright, wow. To be honest, it actually had a bonus to that, so that's weird.
I was thinking of Fairy Fire, but then these guys, he said look dexterous, so I was like, no.
Okay, so... All right. So the pulse of energy goes off from the Bane. Your concentration fades. This thing reels. It like doubles over and coughs, and blood spills out of its mouth. Its claws immediately begin to extend from its hands as both of you see clear as day. Its jaw unhinges like a snake and drops down, and green ichor begins to pour from its salivary glands. That's when the Bane goes off, and these tendrils of black energy, like puppet strings, like piano strings, begin to wrap around its body. And as Gray pulls back, holding the tethers, you feel it fully affect this creature. Ree, second attack.
That's fucking terrifying. Hope it doesn't get to kill me. All right, here we go. Gonna do it again. Die, you bastard. Nope. Okay.
Okay, so
then-
yeah, the 8 does not hit. It is pretty fucking jarring. When it unhinges its jaw, you're just like, look, I've met a couple dogs in my day, and never once have I seen them unhinge their jaw.
Yeah, some fucked up shit. So Ree will use her bonus action to disengage and kind of dance over this way.
Okay. All right. So,
Like, hide behind the fire.
Just yelling and taunting at this thing to come and get her.
all right. So, with that being said, it is going to accept the challenge, and it bum rushes you. It is going to swing at you with its claws. Alright, so that is a 17 and an absolute 100% miss. So the... Of course, I start throwing damage, and what do I roll? Fucking minimum. So that is 4 points of slashing damage reduced to 2. And then as it hits you with the one claw, it swipes high with the second, but it pulls you in ever so slightly and reaches down in an attempt to bite you.
Fingers crossed that Bane helps.
And it misses you with the bite. Alright, and that ends its turn. Aurora.
Officially in single digits, y'all.
Ooh.
First
So-
time?
Okay.
Also, Ree looks like a fucking pincushion, just so we're clear.
Absolutely, like a fucking
This
absolute
this bitch has got a lot of arrows in her, like a lot.
porcupine.
Okay. So if I move first, I am no longer at disadvantage.
Correct. If you're firing the bow. Yep.
Well, okay. Let's do that then, because I don't want to put fire into Reed, and hopefully she won't notice if I shoot her with an arrow by accident.
Let's not.
I agree, let's not.
No, it's not.
Important question. I'm within 80. Am I within 60?
No.
Okay. So that'll be next time if this
Yep.
thing survives.
Yeah, you would just have to move one regular movement next time to get within that 60 threshold. I know what you're doing, though, and I like it. So unfortunately, the 15 misses.
Oh no.
Thankfully, it does not hit. No, it does not hit. It does not hit Ree either. It lands just short of both of you, or of both of them.
Okay. Aurora mutters, knowing that Reed's not gonna be able to hear. Reed, please duck. And then fires again.
And anybody who's watching the stream right now, because Ree is in front of this creature, or Ree is in front of the creature currently that's being combated,
If that
it does have
hits,
half
I am
cover.
re-rolling the damage.
16 just hits. Okay, so you're gonna use your piercer feat, is that correct? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the chance.
Yep. No, that's yeah. Okay, so there's a
So same damage. So 7 there.
okay. All right. So from overhead comes an arrow and plucks this thing in the shoulder. It rears back and it doubles down by unhinging its jaw even further. Its tongue snakes out of its mouth, and whereas the normal flat and wide canine tongue where it once stood, as it lashes out at you again, its tongue splits and forks and begins to tickle the side of your face, lapping up your blood hungrily.
Don't like that.
All right, Gray.
Is this normal for Gnoll?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's not normal for anything.
No. Except snakes.
Well,
Hold on, I'm just trying to measure distance.
If I get another hidden on...
Am I able to, like, get into this fern?
I mean, if you want to get into that fern, into that fern would be either this square here, or this square here, or this square here.
Whichever one's 20 foot from that guy.
20 feet from it? So you want to be hiding from it, or... Because you can't see through the fern. So I guess what is your intention? What can I help you out with?
I want to throw a dagger at it.
Oh. Well... If you were going to attempt to throw a dagger through a fern, I mean, this thing's going to have all sorts of cover because you're throwing through a bunch of branches. If you were throwing from where you are now, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, you will throw with disadvantage, but you could throw it. Or, I don't know what your speed is, but you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, you'd have to get, like, here to have a clear shot on it.
In that case, I guess I'll just throw it from here.
Okay. Uh-oh, Gray's doing damage. You know what that means? The shit just hit the fan. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to roll that other one.
It was an attempt, but yeah.
Yeah, so you pull a dagger and you're like, holy shit, how long have I had this thing? And you just fucking yeet it across the gorge, and it but you see it starting to fall short, and you're like, stupid weak arms, as it clatters off the side of the ridge here and drops down into the water. Sploosh.
I guess in that case, Gray's just gonna yell out to the wolf. I've seen some ugly things in my life, but you're definitely in the top 2. And I've seen ogres crushed dead. Just basically try and taunt him.
Well, that's fucking rude.
Just mean.
I'll tell you what. You're a bard. You're trying to taunt it. You can make a persuasion or an intimidation check. Your choice.
Persuasion, please.
Okay. All right, Ree.
Okay, she will. Yeah.
Now, is this your last turn on rage, or do you have one more?
We'll start at 6. I think I had 2 turns. So yeah, I think I have 2 more.
So this one and then one more. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that. All right, she's going to whack at it. It's you or me, asshole.
14 just hits.
Oh, it does.
It was receiving a cover bonus because you were sitting in front of it when she was shooting at it. So, yeah. So yeah, you hit it. So it's 12 points.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. As you hit it, it kind of doubles over, and you see Gray's strings begin to find weak points as it's popping in and out of the open wounds and starting to kind of hold it back. And it's not at a wavering point, but it is definitely wounded.
She's gonna try to hopefully put it down soon because it's gonna put me down in a minute. Ah. Oh, that was almost 20. So 15.
God damn. All right. Yeah, you hit it again, and this time it is at a bloodied state now. As you reel back, you look up, and with its jaw unhinged, it's broken in 2 spots. You see its clavicle has been kind of indented, and you see bone shards sticking out of it. You're not sure if they were there before with its weird bony protrusions, or if you did it, but you assume you did it.
She will bonus action disengage again. Like, come on, you piece of shit! Keep coming after me!
All right.
That's it.
Okay. So this thing sees you. Bear with me. So you see it kind of like lurch towards you, and as it finishes hearing Gray's taunt, it stops on a dime,
No.
glints at you out of the corner of its eye and turns full-bodied and sprints full bore at the goalie here. Just give me a second. I gotta do some math.
Damn it.
Give me a second. Okay, so as it lunges... Actually, hang on, give me a sec. So as it lunges up and over the gorge, which you've cleared yourself, and you know it's not that difficult to do, it hits the other side, but it hits fucking hard. It has dropped its spear completely at this point, and as it hits the side, you hear an audible ugh as it pulls itself back up, now engaging Gray, but clearly wounded itself in the process. It is not looking good, but it is now very aggressively looking down on Gray. Gray? Better hope this D4 saves you. Okay, I'm gonna start with the claws. Claw 1.
In all fairness, I did not think it would reach me.
Okay, so that is a 13 total. This thing moves fast as fuck. Actually, all the gnolls move pretty fucking fast. They're very large, gangly, quick-moving pack hunters. Okay, so... But honestly, that's really all they have going for them. Except for their dexterity is pretty good. Which, I guess, ties into their speed. Okay, so it does hit you with the claw, but I mean, literally, with your D4 made it exactly 13. Are you still at a 13 AC, or have you increased that?
No, I'm actually at a 12.
Oh, shit! I was even thinking... Okay, so disregard. It hit you just a little bit better than I thought it did. So, bear with me. Okay, that is 6 points of slashing damage, and I need a concentration check, please. Which is a Constitution saving throw.
Minus.
Oh, you're fine. No, you're good. You are good. Okay, second claw attack. You got real lucky. So my total, I rolled a 12, but on the D4 I rolled a fucking 4, so it brought it down to an 8. So the first claw swipes you and just eviscerates your face. As you begin to bleed into your hand, you look up and you yank on the strings that are still attached. As the second claw comes down, you rear it back up, and in a very Three Stooges moment, make it slap itself across the face. It then unhinges the jaw again and lurches down to bite you. And even with the D4, unfortunately, that was still a 19. So, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as the venom pulses into your body. No! What the fuck? You can't roll a fucking what? This was the important one.
The dice give it and the dice take it away.
I mean, I fucking guess so, man. Okay, so that is, so it's 5 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
And you go unconscious. And then, regardless of what you take as far as the poison is concerned, which for our record is 5 points of poison damage, yeah, you are now dying.
Listen, we can't send Doc off alone.
You know what? You would be a good ally to have in the afterlife, right?
You cannot have my soul.
Damn, worth a shot. Should have signed the contract.
Alright, so, Gray, as this thing hits you, you feel like as the unhinged jaw wraps around the better part of your entire left shoulder and into, like, your heart area. As the fangs dig deep, you feel yourself start to lose consciousness, and that's when the poison hits, and the poison begins to immediately course through your system, causing you to slip straight into unconsciousness. Alright.
Am
Sorry, go
Am
ahead.
I allowed to do something before I go down?
No.
Okay.
Aurora.
I don't think I can see any of that.
You saw the thing look at Ree and then run towards the ravine and then, or run towards something and then it just fucking vanished.
Just trying to give you a good target.
Definitely looks like Ree failed to taunt it towards it.
Yep, if I move at an angle in the direction this thing went, do I have even a bad line of sight on this thing?
You don't, unfortunately. Until you get here, you can't see it.
Then I guess I'm back to double moving.
Okay. Now, thankfully, you've only got one more turn until you get there, so you should be alright.
I'm not so sure it's a thankfully anymore. I'm really debating going in the other direction.
Everybody's dead! Run!
I'm the
Self-preservation!
evil one.
Alright, Gray, give me a death saving throw. Just roll a d20. I'm sorry. Yep, no, that is exactly what it is. Oh, that's not good. Okay, that's one failure. Alright. Ree, you saw this asshole look at you, turn back towards the gorge, and just fucking Hulk-level leap over the gorge, land. You didn't really catch what happened as far as the bite was concerned, but you saw Gray collapse.
Pretty sure. I saw it going into Gray's direction. I'm like, well, fuck, he's dead. Alright, so yeah, she's gonna do. God, you're supposed to chew on me, you son of a bitch. And then she's gonna. Okay, and then she's gonna try. Okay, so I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing that he did. Was almost exactly she. I don't know his gender.
Okay. Yeah, it's very much an it. Actually, interestingly enough, and this is interesting facts with DM Xavier. Hyenas all anatomically appear to be females, including the males. Outwardly, they all appear to have female genitalia. So there you go.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Okay, so what was your total move? You have 50, right? Because where you just
have 50.
landed... Okay, were you going for the edge, or did you want to... Oh, you can only jump a certain distance,
yeah,
though.
exactly.
Okay,
I want-
understood. Okay, so go ahead and, as you jump, give me a give me an athletics check. I believe is what you determined you were going to roll for that, and then give me a dexterity saving throw. Because I see what you're doing here. Okay, no problem on the athletics check to climb. And the dexterity saving throw.
If I'm raging, I think I get advantage on.
Nah, I don't think it's on dex saves. I thought it was strengths, wasn't it?
I think it's danger sense that I have, but I don't think that counts in this because it's like traps, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah,
It's just
traps.
it's traps and spells that are going to impact you. It's not throwing yourself.
Not me throwing
Yeah.
my ass off.
Although, you know what? That would make barbarians a little bit cooler. If I throw myself into this pit after this creature. Okay, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so you take, so it's going to be 6 points of damage, but it's reduced because of your rage, so 3. You hit the edge. It's an oof moment. Where you hit is exactly where this fucking Gnoll hit. And you can tell because there happens to be a couple of really sharp, jagged rocks that you also catch yourself on. But you do manage to pull yourself up, no problem. So you can place yourself where you like.
Yeah.
And if you want to be over Gray, that's also an option.
That's exactly where she was going. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gonna.
Beautiful. Beautifully done.
Okay. I said, come after me, you son of a bitch! And then recklessly attack.
Okay. Now, you didn't have to double move for that, correct? That was all one movement?
That would have been one movement, yeah.
Yeah, because you have 50 feet base now with the long strider, right?
Right.
Okay. Yep. All right. Go ahead and give me a reckless attack. You're
But it's a 14 and a 10 on the die. There it goes. No, still jiggling. Okay. So
Wow.
dirty
Yeah, I got
20.
it. Yeah, a 16 and a 20. That's perfect. Yeah. So, okay. So it's 12 points.
Yep.
All right. So you kind of look this thing in the face, and it has scraps of gray flesh hanging in its open jaw, and you fucking smack the bottom part of its jaw off of its face. Literally, you disconnect it and separate the flesh. The jaw goes flying into the stream below it, and it now begins to pour blood. It is beginning to waver heavily.
Fuck your stupid ass, creepy jaw, you gross son of a bitch. Take another one.
God damn it. All right, Ree, this is it. How does this end?
Yeah, I say that exactly. It's like, fuck your creepy, stupid, fucking bitch ass jaw, and then she'll just kind of like uppercut it with the hammer, like right in like the palate. Just.
And as you do so, it detonates from the palate up through the nasal cavity and then out the top of its head, sending its brain scattering into the sky. As it lets out this horrific, almost infernal level screech. Blood begins to rain down around you, brain matter falling like chunks of hail from the sky. We will call combat officially over. However, before that happens, Gray is not doing good, so we're going to stay in initiative order for the time being.
It was literally a Hail Mary. If it, regardless of hitting it or not, that was going to be the last round.
Yeah, probably, unless it rolled really bad. Okay, so with that being said, it would have gone from Ree's turn to Aurora's turn.
I'm at a double move.
Okay, understood. So, you double move, and for the sake of brevity, you now have control of your character. Put her anywhere on the first square that you would like.
Welcome to the map.
Hey,
Welcome to the game.
I would say it's about time you showed up, but honestly, you've been... No, don't X yourself. Did you just... You tried to kill yourself.
You know,
It's-
just joining the party.
Okay, so now we go back to what would be the proverbial top of the round. Gray, I need a death saving throw, so throw a d20 for me, my friend.
Nat 20, baby.
Come on, baby.
That is not a nat 20, Lucy.
That's 2 death fails. All right, now we go down to Ree. Ree, you see Gray on the ground with this horrific bite wound in his chest, and you hear he is in the throes of death rattle.
Ree just kind of collapses next to him and just drops her rage. She's got nothing left at this point. And she will break out her healer's kit and spend a charge to just what's the word I'm looking for? Stabilize.
Stabilize,
Right?
yeah.
It doesn't give him a hit
Yep,
point,
nope,
right?
yep, no, it does not give him a hit point. Nope, as long as you've got a as long as
Yeah,
you
I have two healers kits. One has 1 charge remaining, so I'll
Sure.
finish that one.
Okay, yep, no problem. So, as an action, you expend 1 use of the the kit to stabilize a creature that has currently 0 hit points without needing to make a medicine check. So, as you begin to administer life-saving technique, which includes tying off tourniquets and packing wounds and holding this poor bleeding entity in your arms. His head kind of lolls over into your lap, but you manage to get enough of the gauze and enough of the ointment to seal up the wounds that are bleeding, and Gray is immediately stabilized. Now we will call ourselves out of initiative order.
Then first things first, I guess. Ree is going to run over to pick up Josa.
Oh, so
Bridge there.
yep. So you run over and you look down, and sure as shit, there's the little statuette of the goat that you remember. You pick it up, and as you pick it up, whereas normally when you pick Josa up, you feel kind of like a little pulse of electrical energy. It is cold to the touch, but is still intact.
You just burned out a charge. Fuck. Okay. Actually, he's just gonna run over to Doc.
Okay, Aurora, in this moment, what are you doing?
She's doing the thing that she's throwing up. She's been taking stock of it. She can't do anything about all of that at the moment, so she's going to run up to Gray and dump a heal into him.
Okay, go ahead. Give me the heal.
You sure about that? He's right there in front of you. On the ground.
Like this is your opportunity to end this. Ree is already in the thick of it. I'm just kidding.
I could
Yeah, please don't kill
slip
Gray.
and get someone's body off the cliff. Like, magic could go awry. But no, I am going to do that. However, there may be one petty comment.
Oh shit! Wow, a second level heal too. So yeah, you lay your hands over him and you allow the energy to kind of flow through. And now that you've kind of accepted the fact that yes, you can heal since you've been doing it, from the Sunless Citadel till now, you breathe into him new life. And as you pull the dressings out of the wounds that are now beginning to seal up, Gray, as you were drifting into the shadowy embrace of your mentor, who was very eagerly calling you to it, you see a sudden flash of green energy ahead of you, and you see a draconic claw reach through, grabbing your spirit and pulling you back through the veil. And that is when your eyes open. You are in horrific fucking pain, but you are healed for 12 hit points, and you breathe again. And Aurora is above you.
Yeah, when his eyes open, he's going to say in Draconic, "You owe me," and then just look at him. Do that thing where the Hawkeye moves and attacks the creepy, because yes. And then he's going to start heading towards Ray, not even caring if he says anything.
I can do that too.
All right.
It's just all you hear is Gray just keeps laying there.
Yeah, Gray, I think that is actually, in this entire campaign, if I'm not mistaken, that is the closest you have been to death. I am almost
No,
positive.
actually, I think while we were fighting the rats and things, I got down to 2 death saves as well.
Fair enough.
I'd like to take this moment to point out my notes, which say, Gray didn't go invisible and abandon us.
It's true.
This time. Okay.
This time. Yeah.
So as the healing is happening, Ree, you carefully scale the cliffs and get down to the absolutely decimated ruins of Dock. As you approach, the water at this point, without me adding more effects to the map, is literally just a crimson tide. I mean, it looks like Omaha Beach at this point. It's fucking horrific. And all you really see are scraps. It's very clearly the armor. You see, a good half of a leg, pieces of the torso. You can see her head is intact. They did not attack that, but they pretty much ripped her into, 15 small pieces and were devouring her. So what do you do?
Bree just kind of lets out a wail and no, and just takes off her cloak and kind of wraps Doc up in it as best she can. Well, her fur, her gross rat fur, covered in blood, but she wraps Doc up in it and kind of pulls her off into the beach.
Okay, so you do that. You grab as much of what is remaining of her, and you pull her up onto the beach. At this point, Aurora, you have reached the opposing end, and you see that it's a fucking massacre, quite frankly. And as you guys approach here, you also see that there are very clearly, here in this small clearing, there are multiple corpses, and there are a few tents here that also have blood that is pooling around the entrances. But with the more important bit here being that Ree has got a bundle of body parts in her possession currently. Aurora, you approach.
When Aurora sees that, her expression is, I can't say this without it being a pun, and I'm sorry. Her expression goes cold, and then she's going to Yeah, I know. Stop, and she's going to start just. She's going to go for Doc's bag if she can see it, to see if there's anything she might be able to use to help bring her back, put her together, anything like that. If that fails, and she's going to start looking around the area. It's just desperation.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and give me. I'll tell you what. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, I was so hoping it was going to be perception.
So you go back out into the water, and there are still lots of bits and pieces out there, including multiple gnoll and hyena corpses floating around, and you begin just tossing bodies, desperately looking for something, and you just cannot get a grasp on what is happening. It's about this time that as you are holding the bundle not only infuriated but heartbroken by what just transpired, that your cloak goes light, meaning all of the weight in it vanishes.
Did you Jedi on me? Did you just go all full fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi on me? And she'll peek inside there.
And as you open the cloak, there is a burst of pink and purple sparks that kind of funnel out of the inside of the cloak, followed by a very obvious plume of smoke. And as you look inside, there is no trace of anything that you just gathered. As you glance out towards the water, and Aurora, as you're here, you see bits and pieces of flesh that are scattered throughout throughout this small pool. Some of the blood even begins to vanish in these little sparks, these little clusters of purple sparks and smoke. And over the course of about 15 seconds, the water is completely clear, save for the blood and corpses that were there from the gnolls and hyenas.
Oh, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? And she's grabbing her. She's floundering for an arrow, expecting it to be another attack thing.
Gray, what are you doing?
I think Gray would lay there for quite a bit, and then he'd eventually be like, "Oh, I hate mornings," and then will eventually hobble himself over to like this here, because he's not gonna jump down the river, and then I guess he'll ask Ree, "Where's Dog?" After this whole fiasco with the shh.
Oh, I had her and she's gone. I don't know. Maybe she went back with Garl or something. I thought we could save her. I thought we could do something to help her. She's totally disappeared, right? Like, that's it. She's gone.
Every trace of her has fucking vanished.
Yeah,
oh well.
Just kind of like flop back on the ground and kind of use this sorry son of a bitch as a pillow. She's fucking. Is that what Carl does? He takes his people.
Also, just really quickly to note, all of the blood that was evident from where she had dropped to where she was dragged into the water has also completely vanished. Every literal physical trace of her is gone.
I don't know, Ree. It could be from the creepy assault organizations he's with. The weird cup she drank, it could be side effects of that. It doesn't sound like Garl to play a trick like this. They're all assholes anyway. I don't know.
Ree will look down at her nugget.
At Ree's nugget?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. The nugget is still there and fully intact.
Does anything happen with it? It's just there.
Make a religion check. Oh, damn you.
Sorry.
No, that's good. I like these things. So, as you look down at the nugget, you kind of focus inwardly on it, and you put one hand around it now with an empty cloak and a completely clean cloak. Well, for lack of a better term, clean.
Of her blood, at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. And no blood is very stinky, whereas her blood was kind of like sweet and cinnamony.
So the cloak is slightly less smelly?
A little bit less smelly, yeah.
Just slightly.
So as you look down, you, for just a moment, see the faintest of candle lights flicker in the nugget. And you hear, not outwardly, you hear internally, "It's okay."
She just gets really quiet after that. Just. It's okay. I think she's okay, guys.
Aurora? Gray, what are you doing?
I guess Gray would kind of look around because we were here to find out about the merchants. So I guess back to the job. So I guess he'll look at the corpses in the tents and stuff. See
Okay.
if they're, I guess, related.
Sure, go ahead and give me an investigation check, please. Okay. All right, so a few things. First and foremost, it is very clear that, and give me just 1 second here. I have a gift for you. Okay. So, as you begin to look in the tents and around the tents, it is very obvious. There's a few things that are very obvious. Number one, all of these individuals are dwarves. There's 2 men, 2 women. Number 2 is that they have all been very clearly executed while they were sleeping. They are in their bedrolls or on their bedrolls or laying around the campfire, which is pretty typical of people to be near and or around a campfire while they are keeping watch. So more than likely they did not see it going. Second, the asshole that had you locked up is this gentleman right here, clear as day. Most of their bodies have been consumed, as in flesh has been ripped from their bones, clothes have been torn off, and you pretty much just see skeletal structures and organs. But their heads are in perfect shape. There is nothing has touched the skull. Give me, while you were doing that, give me a nature check, please. Wow, that is an excellent fucking nature check. So, as you look at them and try to figure out what the hell the deal is, it is very evident to you that wild animals, typically wild canines, will not eat the brains or heads of other creatures. That convinces you that this was definitely the Gnolls doing.
Your search history is, well, you're a DM, so your search history is always weird, but
it's pretty, it's very particular.
Early this week.
Sometimes I take notes on things that are like, what the fuck? But just to be fair, we live in a pretty remote area where coyotes are very, very big pests. So when we find things that are like intact, but, you know, or not intact minus a head, we're like, oh, the coyotes got them.
Yeah, I was gonna say he actually knew that off the top of his head because he taught our kids about it. It's pretty impressive to me. This is a Chicago girl.
I'll tell you what, the first time you walk up on a doe that's, you know, nothing but skeleton and an entire head, you're just like, what the fuck is this? And I remember my dad telling me, 20 years ago, oh yeah, no, coyotes got her. They won't eat the head. They don't like the brains. Okay, cool. Anyways. Okay, so, they are all dead. They have all been very obviously killed by a canine, and more than likely the Gnolls. And one of them is definitely the guy who had you arrested initially. With that being said, you find a couple of large sacks and chests that are fully fucking loaded with gear and what would be profitable, quote-unquote, loot. Also, the lot of this group, there is a couple noteworthy pieces of heraldry that look like this, which you recognize immediately as the Inscriptionists Guild of Underhill. So you have found the group that you were looking for. Unfortunately, nobody made it.
And Piotr just wanted to know about the people, right? Not about the, as far as I'm aware, not about the supplies.
Correct. Yeah, he just wanted to know where the fuck his guys were.
Okay. With my black hole, am I able to like take the chest full of like, I guess, equipment?
You want to take the chest full of everything?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you can. Yeah, you can. It's just going to take me a minute to work up what that actually takes up, because there's a lot of shit here. So let me just tell you this. Okay, so there's a large chest and 2 sacks, as well as a 6-foot table that is made of very pristine oak that looks like it could be hawked for something if you really want to throw it in there. Yeah, and then everything else, I guess, is in the chest and the sack.
I guess I'll. What exactly is in the chest? Like about supplies wise, I guess.
You want to pop? Okay, so you pop the chest open, and inside the chest there are 3 sets of leather armor, very well put together leather armor and oiled. There are also 3 pelts of bronze drake scale, not dragon scale, bronze drake scale. There are also, inside that same chest, there is also a smaller chest, like an iron box, that contains 40 crossbow bolts. And give me a perception check, please.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So 20 of the 40 of those crossbow bolts are etched with very fine, detailed arcane enchantments.
Okay. Does it look like there is any light armor in there? Or does it look like any of the armor is light armor?
So I believe leather is actually light armor. I'm almost positive. Yeah, leather's light armor. So yeah, there's 3 suits of leather armor in there, and that is all light armor. Now the 3 pelts of bronze drake scale, that is not armor. They are just literally raw pelts.
In that case, I'll just put the chest in the...
Okay, does the black hole have a weight limit, or was it just cubic feet?
Allow me to check.
I got it. You can disregard my question. Sorry, I have many tabs up at the same time, so sometimes I get lucky and just pop them up. Okay. You can fit this chest in there. You can also fit the 2 sacks, and that's pretty much about it. They are massive. They take up a lot of space, and that is also taking into consideration the coin that is already in the bottom of the pit, or in the bottom of the hole.
Okay. What's in the sacks? Yes, I never checked.
So you pop the sacks open. There are thousands of silver coins. Thousands. Potentially tens of thousands. As well as a small black bag in the top of one of them. And when you pop it open, there are 8 small star rose quartz inside.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll just pop them all.
All right. So while you are furiously looting and you step outside and you open the hole, which is a big 10-foot circle. You begin to drag the fucking chest in, and you begin to drag the sacks in. While that is happening, Ree and Aurora, what are you doing?
Really, Ree's just kind of like 1,000-yard stare, like pretty much just like staring at her cloak, at her furs and whatnot.
Aurora, anything in particular?
Yeah, when she realizes she can't find anything and the water can't figure anything else out, she's going to go out over here if she can make it up there. And she's gonna kind of just look for signs of anything. While she's over there, she's also taking kind of mental stock of things, and she's going to inwardly check on Vipo too, because I know what I'm at for spell slots, but she has no idea how any of that works.
Okay.
And we are very, very low on reserves.
Yeah, I saw your spell slots about 10 minutes ago, and I was like, uh-oh. Okay, so yeah, you climb, no problem. I mean, it's easy enough to get up, especially with your proficiency in, I believe, acrobatics or athletics, doesn't matter. You climb, no problem. And to be fair, it's also like a steeped, it's kind of like stairs going up. It just takes a little time. So you get up there.
Applause for that.
Go ahead and give me a perception check once you get up there, please.
It wasn't at one, and then I forgot that it was a halfling, and I was very confused because it started auto-rolling.
So, as you're up there, you kind of start to look around, you're kind of patting around, you take a mental inventory of what you have done and what you are potentially capable of. And Meepo doesn't outwardly say anything to you, but you do feel an inward, hey, this is where we're at. And you kind of feel the energy, whatever is left of it for today, kind of pulsate as small, very light pulses of adrenaline. One for each of the spell slots that you have remaining. Meepo tells you very particularly, this is what we got left. On that note, you catch a scent in the air. And it is the scent of death. But is not the scent of fresh death. Fresh death is very raw, it is very toxic. You smell the scent of what I would call sweet death, which is a corpse that has been around for a little while. The bacteria has started to break the natural body composition down, and it is starting to legitimately stink. You catch that on the wind. With a 19, you would surmise it is somewhere in the lower left-hand quadrant of the map you are currently on.
And then she's, with a glance back at them and a faint eye roll at Gray, she's gonna go and start...
As you catch Gray literally using all of his 8 strength to drag a fucking 250-pound chest into a black hole.
Hey, he's carrying it, so we don't have to. I can always take that black hole off his corpse. It's not like it'll be hard.
I may have also done him a disservice with that strength, but I don't know where it's at.
No, you are accurate.
Oh, hey! Weak-ass
All
bit.
8
No.
of it.
Actually, it's 9, but yeah.
That's all
Still
right.
bad.
Doesn't count till 10.
9 strength, but god damn it, is he handsome. Okay.
I'm gonna go and follow the smell, and I'm not gonna say anything to them yet, but I'm watching just to make sure no one's sneaking up on them either.
Okay,
But
go
I
ahead.
know I'm in the best shape out of any of them physically right now.
Go ahead and give me another perception check. Goddamn. So you get here. You move, and you are literally sniffing. Because there is no visible sign outside of the corpses that you know are here, but they have all been dead in the last couple of minutes, and that does not tell you shit. What you are smelling is something almost borderline undead, like it has been festering for a long time. You get to about here, and you swear there is something in and or around this bush that is fucking dead, and has been dead.
She's gonna stop and listen first just to make sure nothing else is moving, and then with bow in hand, she's gonna kind of, investigate it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check. And if you have any bonuses based on sound, then add that.
No, I'm just rocking the favorite terrain right now.
Oh, yeah, it's what, a +3, I think? Right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, goddamn. So you identify absolutely 100% right here near the base of this dire fern, there is something. And as you begin to crouch down at the ready with whatever the fuck is going on, you hear nothing. There is nothing moving about you except for the flies that are starting to get attracted to the Gnoll and hyena corpses and blood. As you go up and into the fern ahead of you, you find a completely grayed over and almost bunched up, like it was an intentional death, corpse of Doc. Not rotting, but absolutely 100% grayed over. Flesh, blood has stopped moving. She has stopped breathing. She is fully intact, save for a handful of what is very obviously arrow wounds. And by a handful, I mean probably like 9 or 10. And the blood has ceased to pulse. She is in the process of rotting. And she is dead. But you find a corpse. Intact.
Well, in that case, from within the fern, she's going to call Gray.
We will kind of lethargically walk over.
I guess Gray would kind of join beside Bree.
Oh, what is it?
And Aurora's not going to make any move to try and move her, but she is going to kind of check to make sure everything's intact.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
And then, yeah, okay, medicine is not my forte.
As we're walking, Gray's gonna, I guess, lower down his hand to Ree with a potion, a healing potion. You look like shit. You need this. Well, more like shit than usual.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, we'll pop the cork and chug it. What is
Okay. Yeah, is it standard or?
That's just a regular healing potion.
Okay, so
It's
2d4 plus 2.
it?
Yeah, that was the fucking that was the serpent venom that Gray's been holding on to this whole time. Drink up, asshole. No, I know.
Alright, so
I can give
that's
you
eight.
holy water.
Yeah, 8 total. Yep.
Okay, hey, back up to double digits.
Fuck yeah. So you drink the potion, the sweet cinnamon liquid pours down your throat, and as it hits your belly, you feel the warmth kind of spread through, and you see the very light glow tingle and cover up, stitches up some of the scratches. Scabs begin to fall off.
Maybe a
You're-
couple arrows pop out.
Oh, that's right, you still got arrows in you,
They're
yeah.
still in there. Oh, God. Should've
So-
even tried to pull them out yet.
So the fucking porcupine shows up. Okay, so both of you arrive, and I apologize, Aurora. So the medicine check. She is completely intact. You are 100% convinced this is her corpse. She is dead. She has started to fester ever so slightly, but she is completely intact, save for the probably 8 or 9 arrow wounds that are very obvious and open in her, and she is bloodstained top to bottom. But all of her weaponry is here, all of her everything. Gold nugget on her neck, everything.
So Aurora doesn't know how her magic works still, so she is just gonna try, and she's just gonna she's gonna put her hands on Doc. First of all, assuming she's cold like she should be and not actually warm.
And she is cold to the touch.
Yeah, and then she's just gonna try and let some of that healing energy into her, which is just a cure spell. I know it's going to just be a waste of my last slot, but that's what she would do.
Okay, so as you guys, as Ree and
kind
Gray
of
are
hoping.
approaching, You don't even see Aurora. From inside the fern, you hear a very soft halfling voice whisper, and then there is a very quick, just like a second, a flash of green energy, of green light kind of pulsate outwards, and then nothing. And Aurora, as the energy pulses into her, you see it kind of spiral and spider, almost like spider vein through her body. Nothing happens.
And she's just gonna kind of drop her head. She's kind of half on her stomach anyway under this thing, and it's just a sigh of defeat. And she's just kind of waiting, and also really fucking exhausted.
And Ree will approach and just again try to like pick her up and then like wait for a minute. Another glitter bomb for reals. This is the real one.
Smells like
Okay.
the ring.
Okay. Okay, we gotta get her back then. We gotta get her back to Underhill and the priest of Garl to be able to help her, right?
Maybe, I don't know. You think I'm allowed in churches?
No, but I'll just fucking put her on my back and run back to town.
No,
That's
you've
all I'm
got.
gonna do.
Wait, you've got. First, you have Josa. Second of all,
Josa's kind of. I don't know what's going on with Josa. I might have killed Josa also.
we'll deal with that later. Do you?
That's so fucked up and
Is her
sad.
bag there?
Everything. She is fully equipped, top to bottom. There's nothing out of place except for the arrow wounds.
Yeah,
Oh, and she's dead.
And she seems like she's been dead longer than she should be.
Yes.
But I'm gonna go through her bag, just looking for scrolls specifically.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
I know what scroll I'm looking for because I failed at it before.
Okay, so you start to dig through. Candace, don't you say anything. Don't you do it. I heard furious
I was
typing.
talking to Rose.
Okay, that's fine. You can talk to Rose. Oh, also, hi, Rose. So as you begin to dig furiously through her inventory, you see up on her head she's got the eyes of minute seeing kind of like strapped up above her brow. You flip her over, you see she's got the celestial rune still on her. You see her coin purse with the pocket plane. She's got shitloads of daggers, the hand crossbow, all of the bolts. You find her set of lockpicks, and then as you go into her backpack, you find the following. Give me an investigation check. There's a very particular thing in here. There's a very particular thing in here.
Is it the whistle?
It's a shut your fucking mouth.
I'm so not good at investigation.
That's okay. It's honestly for the better. Oh, you found it. Okay. So, as you begin to dig through the backpack, you hit a couple of scrolls. You pull one out, and you realize it's a protection against poison scroll. And then as you reach down, something hits your knuckle, and it's kind of cold to the touch. And as you pull it out, it's like a small snail-like whistle made of pure obsidian, and it has like skeletal claws reaching up and over the edge of the snail shell. You also find the Wand of the War Mage, which is a very obvious. It is a wand that is intended to fuck people up. And then you hit a couple of candles. You find a small sack that has diamonds in it. And then you pop open a scroll case or a map case. And as you do so, you pull out two pieces of paper, both of which you immediately are capable of identifying as scrolls of Revivify. You find a small box, then when you pop it open, there is 14 gnomish macaroons inside. You find a...
Oh, good.
You find a scroll
I
of...
was really worried there for a minute.
You find a scroll of mage armor. You find a kit, and as you unfurl the kit, it's very clear that this is probably meant to craft poisons, as there are many vials and apparati to create poisons and tinctures. There is a shitload of string for whatever reason. Oh, maybe because she was a tabaxi at one point. Thank you. And there's a water skin that is completely full.
Okay. How long has it been since we heard the sad gnomish scream?
Make a nature check. That's something that seems naturey. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. Make an intelligence check. If you already rolled, that's fine. We'll take it.
Is this something? No, this isn't something where my terrain would help at all. Intelligence?
No. Yeah. Yeah, intelligence. This whole fight has been a fucking blur, and you have no idea what's going on right now.
Okay. I'm going to pull out one of the scrolls, and I'm gonna first I'm gonna ask Reef, can you move her out of here? I don't wanna try and drag her. That seems wrong.
I got her. Yeah, she'll pick her up and walk, just like over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you move yourself over there for me?
She has the scrolls like we
Move yourself
did
over, please.
With Bofer. I can try.
All right.
Great. Can
try.
you help? Can you help her at all with? You're good with that magic booyah stuff, right? I mean, you got the.
I don't know, can I exactly?
Gray, as you look down at it, like, you know what this scroll is, but you do not understand the incantations or the somatic shit that go with it. So it's it's gonna be fucking tough.
No idea. This isn't my specialty. I have no idea.
It is
tough to cast.
Yeah, it's easily attemptable, but it's difficult for somebody of your caliber to master.
Would it even be worth attempting?
That's subjective. I can't tell you that, regardless of any roll.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Aurora, you begin to cast. Give me now. You are a dual school spellcaster, which means that you cast both from charisma and from wisdom. So, give me either a wisdom check or a charisma check, your choice. This is the benefit of dual schooling or multi-classing in spellcaster, because when you cast things from different spell schools, you get to pick whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, she's gonna take a moment beforehand to think about that priest saying that she could do it the first time. Realize that she cares more about Doc than she did Bofer, and I'm going to attempt a wisdom one. And then she's gonna try not to think and just cast.
Okay. Yep. Just give me a wisdom
Oh
a wisdom check.
So that was a nat 1 the first time, and then halfling luck there.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Wow.
Nice.
That's awesome. So 13 is exactly what you needed to be able to cast it.
Hopefully she hasn't been that too long.
So you pull the scroll open, you lay it on the ground, you put your left knee on it, and you have your right hand on the other side, and you just begin to trace the somatic components and mutter the incantations. You slap the scroll, because it says very particularly at the end you have to slap the scroll for whatever reason. But as you do, you feel the diamond dust that has been imbued into the arcane, or into the divine incantations, rise up, and as they begin to coalesce around your fingers, you thrust it into her body. The spell scroll disintegrates under your touch, and nothing happens. Delete that off of your.
What the fuck?
Thank you.
That looked like it.
One
worked.
spell
She's
scroll.
still dead. What's going on?
Aurora's going to look for a second, and then she's going to, it's anger and be I don't know, ask Garl. And she's gonna throw her hands up and just
Carl, what the fuck?
Blame it on the gods.
Carl? Hello? What the fuck, Carl? We gotta get her back to town then. They probably got what it takes to bring him back to life.
I don't know, maybe. Nightbreeze is probably way too far. I don't know how long did he say it takes for a
Hey, by the way,
even then I don't even
this
think
is
he'd
what
let us back in.
Gimbal looks like.
Oh, good to know.
He's wearing a raccoon
I think we
pelt hat.
a little bit.
Okay.
Missing
What's the
arm.
nearest town then? Do we know?
Okay, got it.
I believe up to the north it
Do I get
was
the heel that she put into me?
the capital of dwarves.
What?
Do I get
And
the heel that she put
I guess the
into me?
closest town to
No.
us is where
Nope.
we came from. As far as I'm aware.
I'm sorry, was there a question there? I took my headset off really quick.
Just what the nearest town was to us.
Oh, okay, give me one sec. Alright, so you guys are where the small red X is currently. So do with that what you will. And that small red X does exist on your map currently.
Between Underhill and Middleton, huh?
I vote Underton. Underhill.
Underton! Fuck yeah, let's create a new town. I like that. You know what? I like Underton, honestly. It's the only place Lucy is fucking welcome.
He's not wanted there. Yes.
But yo, say less. I'll start my own town.
How long did it take us to get here? It was like a full day, right?
It was a day and a half. But looking
Pace, right?
correct, yes. If you were to move fast paced, it would be probably closer to just 1 day, honestly, even a little bit less. But if you were to go to Middleton from where you are, you know damn well, even if you took the road with the state that you're all in, it's going to take at least 2 days. But Underton,
Underton, yeah, there you go. Just make our own town. Yeah, Underton's right here, and then you just imagine up a cleric, right? That's how it works.
We need more orcs for that, Rick.
I sent you a DM message on Discord.
understood.
Okay, well, if Ree's not hearing any other ideas, she's just gonna start bundling up. Doc's like, I'm going.
Greg, give me a perception check.
Okie dokie.
All right, give me a moment.
You and your stupid perception.
Doesn't always work.
All right. Lucy, I sent you a private message, and we'll do what we got to do. Okay, so what's the plan here?
We're going to Underton. I mean Underhill.
Yeah,
I have it stuck in my head now.
Ree's already making her way that way. She's like, I'm going. You guys can follow me if you want, but I'm fucking huffing it.
Okay. And my assumption is you're carrying Dox's corpse. Doc's corpse. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Dox's. I almost said Dox's. Dox's.
Kind of fireman's carry across the shoulders,
Yeah.
and then she'll.
Underton and Docks. Let's go.
Okay.
And then at one point on her way out, Ree will pick up her backpack.
Oh, yo. Ho, ho. I love it when my players tell me that they're picking things up that get dropped. It warms my heart because so many times as a DM do people say, I throw this down. And then 10 sessions later they go, I take this thing. And I'm like, you never fucking picked that up.
No, I had a character in the past where that was his thing. He had like several weapons on his person at all times, and he would like pick one up, stab somebody with it, throw it down, and pick up another one.
That's awesome.
And there was a couple times where I forgot to pick it up, and I was like, well,
Guess I don't have that. Yeah. All right. What speed are you moving towards Underhill?
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fast? Okay, fast it is. Give me 1 second. I just gotta do the math here.
Like I said, if anybody else wants to keep up, awesome.
Aurora's, there's not a chance in hell she'd be able to keep up, so she is going to work on making this a habitable place for them to come back to, and she's just checking. So I'm going to do the collect arrows check to make sure nothing else is there. I'm going to stay behind for now.
Okay, give me just...
I can't keep up. There's not a chance.
All right, give me 1 moment.
Well, you have the map.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
We just follow the mountains, right? That's all I need. I'm an outlander. I got this.
All right, so Aurora, you actually managed to find 6 arrows that are legitimately still intact, and those are the ones that did not hit something and then fracture as soon as they hit it. Also, you find another 27 arrows that are Gnoll-made arrows, which means that once they're fired, they are not going to be usable. They are not intended to be multiple use. Very poor craftsmanship, but do with that what you will. So you are staying here. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, I'm gonna make this camp better again, and because I need Doc to come back to life, and I'm not gonna slow him down.
Okay. All right. Understood. So give
I
me
definitely can't keep up with 3 either, so I guess I'll stay as well.
Oh, God help me. Okay.
It's a huge mistake here, but she's
Okay.
like Reed's like this is the only thing she knows to do.
Yeah, Ree's running.
I'm excited for it.
Fast as fuck, boy. Okay. So, Aurora, give me a survival check, please. And this is just to make your current situation better than what it is. Oh, goddamn. Okay. Yeah, so over the course of the next, like, hour or two, you manage to get this place pristine, meaning that you collect not one, but all of the other corpses that are here, and you put them into a massive pyre. And if you would like to, you can begin burning them so that they cannot become undead. And you do so. Fucking light that bitch up.
Not burning them right next to where I'm setting up camp. Because
No, not with a 25 survival. That shit is you are way the fuck. Not only are you downwind, but you are so far away you can't even feel the heat, and they will just burn on their own. On another note, you do happen to find another 6 days worth of rations, single rations. So if you're gonna break that up, it would be like another, for your party, a day and a half's worth of rations, I suppose. So you find 6 ration uses. And then, yeah, that's it, because Gray looted the rest. And Gray, I'm assuming you're just fucking kicking back and hanging out and just kind of relaxing.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. All right. Enjoy
I guess
yourself.
I'll help move, attempt to help move boxes. Like, make like a comfy spot, I guess.
You are capable of doing enough work. It's not much work, but it's enough work. All right.
Also, can I make it look like the Gnolls stole the chests and stuff?
Can you make it look like the Gnolls stole the chest? Well, I'm gonna say no, because they're being burnt. So there's no Gnolls.
Some did escape.
Give me a second.
Plus, we saw you shoving the stuff into the.
Let me ask you this: what's your end game? Who are you trying to convince stole the shit?
The other merchants that might show up with 3.
Okay, so yeah,
Check it out.
Understood. My decision will be no, because you're going to have to face them in person at some point, and you can lie to them at that point.
Fair enough. I will try it then.
And drag marks are going to mess up this pristine campsite, and that is not happening right now because Aurora's in steps she is not allowing any emotion besides we're getting this done.
And there's a whole lot of shut up and enjoy yourself. Just lay down and relax. And by the way, she has not been touched, and you are still bleeding profusely. So
That is not true. I took a couple of arrows.
okay, you took what? 2 arrows plus a heal.
I also took an arrow.
You took my yeah. Okay, I digress. Let's go back over to Ree. Ree, you are, I'm assuming, deadpan fucking sprinting towards Underhill like I'm going to run 30 miles today.
Yep.
So you begin to run. And about 55, 56, 57-ish minutes go by. And suddenly, the corpse on your back goes from ice cold to room temperature. Doc, your eyes flicker open, and you begin to move.
Reed tosses her off her shoulders.
You throw her off the shoulders, she bounces on the ground and kind of rolls, and she sits up and looks at you.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Okay. Okay. So that hurt. Not the drop. Well, that hurt. But the
Sorry.
okay.
How are you alive? What happened? Are you real this time? Or she'll poke you in the eye.
Yeah, you poke her in the eye. Doc, you take 1 more point of damage, and you fall unconscious. No, I'm just kidding. Just fucking with you.
Well, fuck.
No. So yeah, you kind of like pop her in the eye, and you see her wince and kind of like, what the fuck? But she feels real. That was definitely an eyeball you just poked.
No, I think I'm real. I think I'm really blind in one eye.
Because you were really. Yeah, I picked up your body before, and you're literally in fucking pieces, and then you exploded into a bomb of glitter and smoke, and it was pretty, but it was fucked up.
She like checks herself really quick to make sure.
What are you looking for?
Make sure I'm not glitter.
Oh no, you're not glitter. You're there.
So. Okay.
Does Garl? Did Garl do this?
No. Well, it might have been Garl's intervention, but it was. You're not gonna believe me when I say this.
Maybe, I don't know. What?
So, I was like, I'm pretty sure dying. And then, when my eyes opened, I saw. You remember that kid? The little kid in town? Well, it was him. It would look like him, but then it was actually. She just keeps stopping. Like, she keeps getting to a point and stopping.
Well, is that the little kid who was was he in the bathhouse?
Yeah, the messenger kid. He delivered something to Gray, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so, you know how, like, it looked like I was dead, but I wasn't dead? It was Gimbal. She just stares at you.
What do you mean it was Gimbal? But the little boy was Gimbal?
The little boy was Gimbal, and the reason that I'm not dead was Gimbal.
What? How does Gimbal bring you back to life? I don't get it.
So I'm guessing there was a potion or something, but he brought me back to life, and he told me to shut the fuck up. And then he dragged me underneath a fern, and I cast some spell on me. I don't know, but I know that I couldn't see anything. I could hear you, and I wanted to tell you I was okay, but I couldn't move.
Did you see where he went? Where'd he go?
I don't know. He put me under the fern, and then the next thing I knew, I heard you screaming. And he just told me to shut the fuck up. He said it a bunch of times, and then he was gone.
Wait, was he there the whole time we were fighting?
I don't know. He wasn't with me. He left me in the. I'm guessing he ran. There was a lot of enemies there. You know how you found that note on your toe?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we knew it was Gimbal, but now we know how.
Gimbal literally put it on my toe?
He had to have. He did it as the little dwarf boy. Who's gonna question a little dwarf boy?
Yeah.
And so something else that's weird.
Oh, another thing that's weird?
Like, it's not as weird as the rest of the story, but it's just different. He had his arm was missing.
Gimbal's arm was missing?
His left arm was gone. It was like an
I don't remember the little boy's arm.
No, he had both.
2 arms. Right?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. When you guys saw the dwarven messenger boy, he was fully intact.
I don't know why. Okay, so I know at one point we were real mad at him, but I think maybe we shouldn't be.
Well, yeah, I guess not.
I also think maybe we should go back to the other two because I don't know how many more gnolls there were out there. And
Oh, yeah.
I definitely used one of my Revivify scrolls, so dibs on Aurora.
Wait, you used what? You used?
They used Aurora.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we tried to do on you.
I know, and I couldn't tell you guys that I was not actually dead. I was just pretend dead.
Okay.
Hold on.
There's a lot. What?
Doc's gonna stand up, walk over, and I'm going to put a level 3 Cure Wounds into Ree with a hug.
Okay. So Doc throws her arms open, and as she does so, both of your gold nuggets, they touch. And for a moment, as you both look down, as she Damn you, Kevin! I tried to make this something special. Both of the nuggets touch.
Anyway.
I know, you're right, he is. So as both nuggets touch, they almost bind as one for a moment as the flash transfers through her nugget into you, and you regain 11 points of 11 hit points.
And then I'll do another level 2 Cure Wounds as well.
Hopefully you roll better, because that 11 was terrible.
It was awful.
Thank
a little
you.
better.
I mean, I'm not gonna...
Yeah. So 24 points total. As another pulse goes through your body, and as the second pulse goes through, you hear, not out loud, but internally, you hear again a familiar voice. I told you it was okay.
It returns into a blubbering mess right now. She's like, I was supposed to protect you, and I wasn't there to protect you, and I'm sorry. It was my job to keep you safe, and I won't let you get that far away from me next time. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're safe now. And Garl told me that you're okay, and I don't know what the fuck that meant, because you popped into sparkles and glitter and shit, and I thought that was him just fucking with me or something.
So while she's doing that, Doc her arms will feel like she's hugged you before, and so her arms feel stronger than they ever have before. Like she's just really got a bear hug on you right now. And then you mentioned the thing about Garl talking to you, and she kind of she doesn't let go, but she pushes you out so she can see your face. And Garl, talk to you.
Hey, sorry, really quick, Candace. You said you cast a 3rd level. You didn't cast it from memory. You cast that through the Celestial tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, but no, it's okay. You didn't say that. So as she grabs onto her arm, just so we're clear, that does not transfer the same thing. It is a transfer of the magic from her tattoo into you. But when she casts it from the nugget, the 2nd level, then it comes through the nugget. So sorry, I just want to make sure we had the aesthetic right. I need that to be stated when you do that.
Sorry.
I think it was Garl. I mean, I touched my nugget, and then I heard a voice, and I mean, I I guess it could have been Gray fucking with me, but I'm pretty sure it was Garl.
Well, that's fantastic.
And you
Thank
have to do
you.
crisscross applesauce sparkle in your eyes thing.
What?
What'd you say? Right?
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't even have to do that, and you talked to me.
Well,
I said, yo, Garl, it's a girl. Ray. What's happening? And then, Garl was like, it's all good. Basically. In a nutshell.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Don't blame yourself. This is. I get it. But it's our jobs, You didn't give up. You fucking killed everything. You killed everything over there. You did your job. I was doing my job. Now we're both alive.
Really, yeah.
Seriously, don't beat yourself up because I know how hard you hit.
I can beat myself up pretty good.
You could. Strong as fuck, boy.
It's fuck boy.
She'll kind of like, you're taller than her, so she'll, I guess,
About
put
a
an.
couple inches, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll try to put her arm around your shoulders, but it's really awkward. So instead, she just kind of like walks really close to you. Let's head back and make sure they're still alive. And should we come up with a better story than what happened, or do you think this one's pretty good?
And they're already fucking conspiring.
What do you mean a better? What, like? Haha, it was all just. Fucking with you. I think that's a pretty good story.
I think so. I mean, it's a pretty good story.
God damn it.
They
Sorry,
don't know
guys.
much about Gimbal. I know. And I don't know how secret he wants to be kept. So, I also know that I'm not very good at lying.
Great at lying.
I mean, I guess we could just tell the truth. I don't think Gray's gonna give a shit who Gimbal is, and Aurora's
Roll a
probably
deception
gonna.
check for that real quick.
Yep. Yes, please.
Great at lying.
No. No, you know what's going down.
I think that honestly, Aurora's gonna be too busy being mad at me for being not dead when I was supposed to be dead. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. We'll just tell the truth.
I mean, we don't have to talk about Gimbal. We can just, tell him Garl came through on this one.
I think that's true. Today was definitely my lucky day.
Yeah.
Today was your lucky day too.
Yeah.
I heard all of those things attacking you. There were a lot of things.
It's so many arrows in me right now. Well, a few popped out.
Yeah, we'll deal with that when we get back to camp.
Yeah.
Doc is gonna be walking like stupid close, like almost. It almost makes it difficult to walk close because.
I appreciate this, but you're gonna need to take a step to the side just a little bit.
Okay.
Tripping me up. I appreciate it. I appreciate saying that. You're trying to kind of trip me up. I'm glad you're back though, and so I'll give you kind of a side hug. Okay, let's go back to the others though.
Okay.
All right. So you two begin to walk back towards the original camp. A couple hours go by, and meaning a couple hours for Gray and Aurora, as you have spent this time making the camp a pristine thing. And as hour about 1:45 hits, you are convinced, oh man, we may have attempted to call this bitch's bluff, but she's legitimately running back to Underhill. So, okay, fuck it, we'll just do what we gotta do here. And all of a sudden, you hear footsteps, both of you, walking up from the southwest. And that is when you find yourselves face to face.
Yeah, when there's footsteps, there's gonna be a bow in hand and arrow knocked, and yeah.
And that
it's fully. I picture it being like right after saying, okay, we're gonna have to wait through the day. It's probably gonna take her a couple of, and then footsteps, and then.
Yep.
I-
And sorry, go ahead, Gray.
I like the idea that as you're saying that, Gray's probably propped up on like a box with like a fur on it, just lying down, going,
Yeah, and we'll put you right up here, Gray. You're like literally on top of it, just kind of like sprawled out towards the beautiful spring sun. Like, yeah, no, okay, and then all of a sudden you hear Doc and Ree.
Hey guys, I'm back. I got a little buddy here.
Damn, tempos work fast. I guess they're
Right.
good for something at least.
Doc will just kind of sheepishly wave.
She's not as dead as we thought she was.
Well, yeah, I can tell. After all, the town's like a day and a half away, even its full sprint, I believe.
Could have made it out a day.
I'm sure you can, Ree. You're fast as fuck.
She's fast as fuck, boy.
Aurora narrows her eyes and just looks and doesn't set down the bow.
You shot enough of us, put it down.
If you shoot me, I will die for real this time.
She's definitely real this time. I poked her in the eye and everything.
That's true, she did. And it hurt really bad.
Yeah, sorry.
I think it's just because your fingers are dirty.
And they're sharp.
They are sharp. You're gonna see one of these very slowly.
Right, so as fun as this is, want to explain how you got back to life?
So there was a spell that got cast on me that made it seem like I was dead, I suspect, so that the things that like to eat dead things would not eat me. But it wore off, and so I'm not dead. But I was going to be dead. Now I am not.
A little surprising for me.
So the short of it is that today was my lucky day. She'll tap her gold nugget.
Wait, Carl really came through on this one, guys.
So did you cast the spell, or?
No, a very unexpected party did. It's not anybody you know.
The
Actually,
Gnolls cast the spell.
definitely not the Knolls. She'll start looking around too, and Xavier went AFK really quick. I also imagine when I tapped my gold nugget, hopefully it glowed a little bit, but she'll be looking around to make sure that there's no sign of anything that's not Gnoll.
I guess Ree would also kind of be doing the same thing.
But honestly, what it comes down to is that some days it's not as lucky as others, and today I lucked out.
So the short answer is
Sorry,
you
really
didn't
quick.
really die.
Give me perception checks, Kevin and Candace.
Yay! Ooh.
So, Doc, you're still with you looking around and seeing all the corpses compared to when you showed up initially. You're very confused. You're like, I can't tell you with certainty whether or not there are more here because all I see is blood and spatter and this huge funeral pyre. But there's still bits and pieces of fur. Kevin, on the other hand, Ree is 100% confident that there is nothing else in the vicinity that smells or looks like Gnoll or hyena.
Doc would be
down.
kind of looking around while she was talking and like absent-mindedly tapping her gold nugget.
And every time she touches the gold nugget, every time her fingernails touch that gold nugget, it lights up ever so slightly, like a glow stick.
Well, damn, I thought I outlived you twice. Worth a shot.
And technically, you did.
I noticed you didn't go invisible and run away.
Oh, duh, I didn't know how many there were. I just thought they caught you.
She gets a weird smile on her face that she tries to wipe away very quickly. Well, thanks for showing up, Gray.
Oh, that's nothing. You should have seen this one. And he's gonna point over to Aurora. And he's gonna, before he continues, he's gonna say, "This is for the arrow." Bro, she was bawling her eyes out when she saw that you died.
Make a deception check. With advantage, because technically there are things.
Should I insight or no?
Yeah. Oh,
I
that.
rolled-
Oh! What the fuck? And she rolled an 8! Wow. Okay, so as you begin to. I cannot believe this just happened. With advantage, you roll 2 fucking nat 1s, and she rolls only enough to get a 1 higher than your nat 1s. So Gray starts to spit this. What you initially are like, whoa, my god, she was bawling her eyes out, and then you look over at Aurora, and she is completely stone-faced, staring, I would say daggers, but arrows at Gray. And you look down at Gray, and you see Gray's smile kind of creep across his face, and you're like, this bitch is lying.
I'm sure she was. Sounds like her. Well, I do appreciate that all 3 of you came in here and and Doc's gonna kind of look around and take in, like, now all the bodies and all the blood and everything, and Ree did some work. You did some work.
Murder.
Yeah, I kind of. Yeah. I think I'm gonna need to talk to somebody about all the things that I did today. I don't feel great about it, to be honest. Now that you're alive.
I think you already did. She'll put a reassuring hand on Ree's shoulder. We have.
As she touches your shoulder, Ree, your nugget begins to glow white.
Ooh. I haven't done that before.
It's because you're being watched over. Not being watched, being watched over. We all have jobs to do. You did what you thought was your job at the time. And if you hadn't, I probably would have died anyway. If you guys ran, this thing would have worn off and they would have got me. So, you did exactly what you were supposed to do when you were supposed to do it.
While they're talking, Aurora's gonna start bustling through the campsite and set up, lunch of venison and whatever I can pair with it from the rations to make it a good lunch. And she's not saying anything. She's doing that. I'm getting stuff done so I don't have to actually process anything.
Okay. Give me a survival check. Jesus Christ, y'all are rolling really good today, man. I feel like the fucking cards are stacked against me.
Admittedly, this is what a ranger should be able to do.
You're right. You are right. I'll give you that, especially with the +8, because this is your favorite terrain. So you have plenty of cooked venison. You know the cooked venison is going to go bad before the raw venison, so we'll say 2 pounds per person. So go ahead and drop 8 pounds of venison, and you guys are fed for, we will consider it the day. That way none of that gigantic fucking buck you murdered goes to waste. Sorry, killed, not murdered. You didn't murder it in cold blood. I mean, it's kind of cold blood.
It was a little cold.
Slightly cold.
Well, yeah, that was because of successful magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. All right.
And she's gonna offer each of them their portion without saying anything, and then go and find her spot by one of the ferns and start to eat.
And on that note, as she is handing you guys plates of food, not only has she managed to cook up or rewarm the cooked venison, but she has done so with wild fucking shallots and garlic that she found growing around the base of this small river, this small stream, and it has completely transformed the way that it not only tastes, but the way that it smells. And it is, if you consume it, it is some of the best venison you've ever had.
Did you find garlic?
Doc won't say anything. She's just going to be sitting crisscross applesauce facing Aurora.
Maybe you should
While
give
they
up archery
eat.
and take up cooking.
What a dick.
Hey, great. Listen, she had a rough day today. She cried earlier. Just leave her alone. She'll give a wink to Aurora.
You cried?
Aurora absolutely does not return the wink. There is not a bit of humor on her expression.
I don't think I've ever seen you cry before.
She didn't cry, Ree. Gray was being an ass.
Oh no, I'm quite certain she did.
You're just gonna stick to that story, huh?
Gray would lie about something like that? Come on now.
I 100% know he did.
She was at least choking back tears.
That I'll believe.
Aurora, you feel called the fuck out.
1 second. I'm gonna make a roll real fast.
Who's about to get shot?
Not this
I've been
bitch.
shot
So
once.
anyways, then I started blasting.
Aurora shot first.
I'm gonna stand up, and I'm going to, with my bow, I'm going to just reposition where I'm sitting so that I have a nice, so that I'm near Gray with nothing in between us. You know, good couple of paces away.
Okay.
Aurora, he didn't leave.
All right, that's why he's here now.
Also, and this is a free DM reminder, Doc is still extremely emaciated and gray from blood loss, as is Ree. And Gray also looks very sick right now from all of the blood loss, just so we're clear.
So the poison that I put into the deer.
Aurora looks fucking great, though.
Want me to put fairy fire on myself too? Make it easy.
God damn it, Lucy. Take an inspiration point.
As we're sitting, let me just make sure here, is everybody sitting around the fire, or can you guys put yourselves where you actually are so I can...
Oh, she's getting ready to fucking blow everybody up. I cast Fireball. What are you about to do, Doc?
Yep. I triple classed, bitches.
No.
Turns out she actually is the big bad.
God damn it, is this 3rd edition we're playing? People with 4 fucking classes.
End of campaign.
Kaboom.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. So as we're sitting and eating, once everybody's done eating, Doc's gonna say, "All right, everybody stay put," and then she's going to sit crisscross applesauce, and she's actually gonna say, she's gonna try to copy what Ree said and say crisscross applesauce. What is it, Ree?
Glitter in your eye.
Oh yes, yeah. In your eye, and then she's going to cast Prayer of
How
Healing.
do you not know this?
Is it a regular prayer of healing? Oh yeah, you only have level 2 spells. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
still looking. It's funny, I have your Cure Wounds set up just as the Celestial Rune. I forgot I could build it into it. So, oh wow, that's actually pretty fucking good. So you do 44 hit points worth of healing in one spell. But everybody gets 11.
Everyone gets 11. Yeah, you don't get 44.
So over the next 10 minutes, yeah.
Slightly over half now.
So over the next 10 minutes, Doc sings and hums and happily incants the intonations of Garl onto the lot of the group. And when she completes her incantation, there is a burst of energy that washes over everybody in this bright, beautiful white light, and it spirals upward, and everybody is coated in divine glitter. And as the glitter fades, it settles on the wounds about you, and everybody regains the 11 hit points. It's actually really fucking good.
That feels nice. I think that's probably all the arrows probably popped out at that point finally.
If they didn't, Doc would actually move over and start tending to wounds on Ree.
Yeah, I mean, you got plenty of shit to do it with, so...
So probably,
give me just a second here, just so I can see people. If you are wounded, or if you have not updated your hit points on the map yet, just do that for me. Doc, I already know where you're at, so don't worry about yourself.
thank
Ree is still just a...
updated it.
Yeah, I just saw it pop. So just about bloody, just under half. She's... I mean, all the arrows are out, but the wounds are pretty much still gaping. Gray is still wounded, but just a couple of scratches, and Aurora is unscathed. And you are fucked up.
So yeah, Doc would definitely. Honestly, she'd probably use healer's healing, just kind of out of habit with the arrows. So break off the arrows, start doing the healing, and then pull out the tips to make sure that she's doing it properly, suturing and everything.
Yeah. Okay, so you begin to use healer's healing. So I believe you just what that allows you to once per person per long rest. You can activate it to heal. I believe it's what, D8 plus something.
It's 1d6 plus 4, and it's short or long rest.
Okay, well, fuck. Oh wow, short or long rest. That's fine. What, 5? I mean, 5 is still fantastic. You have now brought Ree to over health, or to over half. Excuse me, to over health. Come on. And I mean, I know you still have spell slots too. So
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
you have like a fuckload of spell slots.
Because I died real fast.
You did die real fast.
Yeah, so she'd also do a cure wounds in her. This would be my last second level.
Second level cure wounds.
Yeah, because I can't.
Into who?
Well-
Into Dockery.
Maybe a stupid question here. Can
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
do prayer of healing again?
Yeah, why the fuck
Okay,
not?
then I'll do that.
Do you
I will
have
that
do you
first.
have another second level? I mean,
I
what
do. Yeah, I have one more.
if you have the spell slots? All you have to do. So the whole thing behind prayer of healing is that it just costs the time.
Okay,
Yep,
okay.
exactly. Thank you, Kev. It is a time investment. So another 10 minutes go by, and everybody, again, as she sings the same incantation over and over and over, it comes to a conclusion. Boof! And everybody regains 13 hit points. Everybody.
I'm gonna say while this is happening, like after not hurting anymore and everything else, realizing that they're actually safe and the threat's not there, like Aurora's starting by like kind of watching around, and eventually she kind of not quite dozing off, but it's definitely the like spacing out of being like utterly and metaphysically exhausted, and she's just kind of in that kind of safe little, like, I don't have to keep my guard up at this exact moment, and also I'm fucking wiped spot.
Ree probably passed out at some point too, just out of exhaustion as well.
I would definitely be casting close wounds on people as well. So if you're willing, Doc would be casting close wounds on people.
Would you be putting your spell slots into people first, or close wounds first?
Probably close
Just
wounds.
so I
but
understand.
Yeah, close wounds first, just because I don't know what's coming. So
Okay.
Doc's trying to be cautious, and she actually almost just off.
I appreciate the absolute shit out of that. That is a very tactical move. Because y'all know how I like to do things. Okay, so if anybody wants to use their hit dice, is what Doc is saying. If you want to use your hit dice prior to the long rest when you regain them, please roll them right now, and the close wounds spell will go off. And then once we take this, essentially, I'm assuming, are we all agreed that we are going to be taking a long rest now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that was the case.
I think I'll save myself the embarrassment. Close once again. You have fun.
Wait, is it? Oh, I'm sorry, it's just one.
I got a 0.
Yeah, a -1. You wake up and your wounds have festered, and you're like, oh god, why?
It's hurting me, Doc. Stop healing.
Only just one.
One at a time, but
It's one at a
you can do it
time.
as many times as you wanted because it's a cantrip.
Exactly. So you're like, Kev, I just saw you rolled 2. That's you can use 2 if you want to. You can use 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't fucking matter. You use however many hit dice you have available to you.
Okay.
But you only regain half of them during the long
long
rest.
rest.
Yep.
Once Doc did it a few times on Ree, how is she looking? She'd probably do it 3 times and then evaluate.
So we had 13. That was 2 plus the 1. I didn't see Kev. Did you roll another one?
I did not roll another one. I can do one.
Yeah. Well, if you want to. If you you still got some. You got some hit points to heal.
Ooh, that's better. I think it glitched out. There it goes.
Oh.
There it goes.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pretty nice.
two quote unquote low tier closed wounds healed the same exact as one really good one. So now with that extra 13, Ree looks very good, very
Okay,
good.
probably use-
Aurora is literally unscathed, and Gray looks also very good. So, and you know where you're at.
Yeah, so I would use another Cure Wounds at first level on Ree.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
I probably don't need it, but
Nope,
I'll
and
remember.
Debris, you are officially at full. Yep.
And then I'll heal myself.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. Actually, you know what? Is it at full? No, you are at full. Yep. You are absolutely
bring
full.
the total
That
full,
was
yeah.
100% full. You cure the last of the scabs peel off of Ree and flake away. And Doc,
I eat the
holy
scabs.
shit! I'm sorry. Did you just say you eat the scabs?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let those go to waste.
Oh my god! Why is it so
Probably, bro.
spicy? Hey, it's good. It's a little extra protein, a little extra fiber.
And we're just like, kind of like, ooh.
Yeah. Hell yeah!
Can you get that one off my back? Nice.
Who put these crepes on my back?
Crunchy.
Okay, so oh god.
I'm so fucking grossed out. Poor Lucy's like, what the fuck is happening?
Everybody's like, huh?
Everybody should be at full now. Except we should all take 1 point of damage for that. Gross. So once everybody's healed, if Aurora's hanging out, once she knows that Ree's okay and sleeping, Doc would go over and sit, like, basically right on top of Aurora, like, right next to her, leg to leg.
Like, what do you mean, like
Like
you're...
this. Like sitting literally
Oh,
right
okay.
next to
I thought you were gonna... sorry, I saw your model, like, on top of her, and I was like, are you about to, like...
Oh, damn, we're in it.
Scissor me timbers, or what the fuck is
Hey,
going down?
that's my
I lo-
last name.
I know what your last name is. That's why I made the joke. But for real though, you about to do some fucking what's going on? So you get real close
Hey,
without
let me
being.
kill Gray first.
Oh shit!
We have to kill Gray just so he doesn't get the satisfaction of being right. No, so she'll sit down, like pretty much like right next to Aurora as she's spacing out. So I'm not dead.
You're not?
I know you didn't actually cry, don't worry.
There's very carefully no reaction there.
I also know you were very close.
Well, yeah. You were under a fern. There's not that much space there.
I don't know, close to crying. You knew what I meant.
And that I know no such thing.
Hmm. If the time ever does come that you actually manage to outlive me, don't, number one, don't take blame. Number two, don't let Ree blame herself. Gray can blame himself, I don't care.
If you go off and get yourself killed, that's on you. But
Part
it'll
of
be because you left first.
It's part of the job. This was 50-50 avoidable. I think if I had turned around and just come back to you guys, I probably wouldn't have ended up under the fern. But at the same time, I felt pretty hidden and I wasn't. So I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest. All I know is I was sneaking pretty good and then I was full of arrows.
You spent too much time next to Reed. Goblin smell carries.
That could have been it.
That's fair.
Although those gnolls stink pretty bad.
That is also true.
I don't know how they could smell anything outside of themselves.
Well, I burnt. She'll kind of gesture to the smoke from the pyre.
Yeah, that's definitely for the best.
Oh, and Gray took all of the things, all of the everything from the merchants. So you should probably talk to him about that at some point.
Called the fuck out.
I
Here's a
think
sack here. Fuck you.
For the record, I wasn't even going to say anything until you decided to call me the fuck out first.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, tick for tack, baby.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair.
so. I guess. I mean, were you? Because I didn't give a signal or anything. So why did you guys come over? Did it take too long? I don't know how long I was like down and out.
You, and she's gonna start and stop like 3 times. Let's just say that they're not quiet when they are on the hunt.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure I'll ever get that sound out of my ears. To be honest with
You will. Screams, yep, yowls, they all fade.
you. Maybe if you deal with that kind of thing regularly. I have no intention of dealing with these again anytime soon.
Yeah, I suppose. We're gonna need to buy another scroll.
I know. But you succeeded this time.
Did I? Because you were still very much.
Not dead.
So, as they're talking, Gray, give me an Arcana check. Actually, Aurora, also give me an Arcana check, you fucking arcane caster, you.
Only technically.
My dice have been bad.
Yep, definitely no item. Well, nope. Disregard. I have said anything and given you ample opportunity to figure out your shit.
If I was
Womp
dead,
womp.
if I was actually dead,
Oh, wow. That was like a D4. D4. Oh, God.
I would be so not dead right now.
Well, you were dead and you're not dead now. However, you were
Terrible.
dead and you stayed dead.
That wasn't by choice, for the record.
Fair point.
Well, no, you were dead. You don't generally choose.
So that's the. So like, let's think of it this way. Like, you know how butterflies work, right?
Here we go.
Are you talking about the ones that drink blood? Because we're very aware of them.
Where the fuck are you from?
Most of the ones around here. The orange ones with the black.
Those aren't butterflies. Those are terrifying monsters. I'm talking about butterflies. You know, that they're caterpillars and they like crawl up on. They eat a whole bunch of food and crawl up into a tree and they spin
Yeah.
a thing around themselves. And
Yeah,
then when they
and
come out,
sometimes you can follow the butterflies to find the corpses.
Doc, make a nature check.
Learn something today again.
wow.
No, she is 100% right. As she says this, you're like, oh shit, that's legit. If you follow the butterflies to the sweet scent of rotting meat, they will be able to pull the sugars off of a corpse. And yeah, that's why you follow butterflies. As dark as it may be.
Doc will slowly nod. And then she just put her hand over Aurora's mouth. So you know how when a butterfly is getting ready to come out, and it's a caterpillar first, and it comes out as a butterfly, and it's in that stasis in between? I see you blinking with acknowledgement. Yes, so that's kind of what I was doing, I think.
Welcome to session number 56
She'll take her headphones off.
of this one shot.
First of all, you had the perfect opportunity to make an egg comparison, and you didn't, and thank you for that. Second,
Shit.
I am glad that you are no longer a caterpillar. However,
God help us.
if you start going to consume the sugars off of rotting corpses, I am going to put an arrow through your wings.
Seems like a fair thing.
That's pretty fair.
Actually, speaking of which, you know that whistle that you found in my backpack?
Yeah? Black obsidian. Yeah.
Yeah, don't use that.
I hadn't thought about it at all, but now I am. Why not?
Because if you put an arrow through my wings, I'm gonna bite you.
That would be only fair. What does that have to do with the whistle?
I'll show you sometime.
Honestly, I was more curious about the the vials. That was not a medicine kit.
Oh.
The vials are my
Yeah, so Doc, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. She's probably referencing the only other vials you have that are not included in a medicine kit are your poisoner's kit.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be maybe 3 or 4 vials that are just there to dilute or to extract poison from entities.
Doc will bring her backpack around to the front and kind of sit it in her lap and start digging through it and pull out the poisoner's kit and take out the empty vials. You mean these ones?
Yeah. If you know how to use them, got a skill set that could be helpful next time you run into a problem of putting down friends or enemies alike.
I definitely know how to use them. We do have to fill them. And for the record, and she's going to speak up just a little so everybody in camp can hear her, I didn't actually get a chance to do anything. Just so you know, they all kind of got me at the same time until I died.
You didn't die.
So
They did the same thing with Ray. What's your excuse?
Rhea's strong as fuck, boy. I'm good at the stabbing thing. I'm not so good at the taking the stabs thing.
That's true. You are very good at the stabbing thing.
This was not your hunt.
Definitely not.
I think it's more that she was the one getting hunted. In this scenario in particular.
Very astute. You're not wrong. And that sucked. Also, if we have anything that could give me an advantage when scouting in the future, we should certainly use it because I do not want to end up in this position again.
I was thinking about that. First, I need to teach you the scout's whistles. Second, you need to wash off the goblin scent before you start scouting.
That's a very good point.
Third,
Very good point.
see if the bard can teach you how to send the messages over short distances.
Yeah,
or further.
also very important.
Fourth, you don't get that far again. And fifth, if Josa recovers from being potentially magically wounded, I don't entirely know. You should probably bring her with for if something happens, you can make goat happen and then get the fuck out.
Josa got hurt?
Josa got thrown at well, I don't really know. It was just loud. And
Return
then,
Josa into a projectile?
I think that's what it was. I couldn't see. All I heard was screams and then
Lots of
whistling and
screaming.
then goat screaming, and then electricity, and then yips, and then
That beautiful goblin is a goddamn genius. Of
Eh.
course you throw Josa into combat.
Also, Ree, you hear this clear as day because they are not more than fucking 7 feet from you.
She's past the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
She's exhausted. She just sprinted. Like,
That's true. I forgot about that. You ran literally like 2.5 hours straight.
And she had all the arrows in her. She's passed the fuck out.
Gray, you hear this clear as day.
He agrees.
Okay, touche.
Honestly, though, I could hear while I was becoming a butterfly, and I do appreciate everybody coming over here. I know Ree kind of showed up and read the shit out of him, and Gray, you weren't too far behind. I know you're listening. Aurora, you found me. So, thank you.
this was not my hunt. But Gray, I don't know how much of it you could hear while in a death cocoon, but at the end, when Ree was on her last legs, Gray put himself in harm's way to call the, I don't know what to call it besides snake demon thing, onto himself rather than have it hurt her.
Now, in my defense, I did not expect it to reach me.
Don't worry, we know you're not a hero.
Oh, thank you. I thought I gave you the wrong impression.
No, but I am glad that you were looking out for Ree. Even if it was unintentional.
Also, you owe me a new arrow.
Me?
No.
His cloak got in the way. His back, too.
My neck got in the way.
Did you shoot him again?
Yes.
He got in the way. I told him
Aurora,
no.
no, we can't use that excuse anymore. We've talked about this.
He's the one that ran in front of me while I was firing arrows.
You got it coming.
He did have it coming.
Listen, there were gnolls up front and you behind me. I was not winning this.
That's a pretty fair point.
Yeah, you could have just gone to the right, gone to the left, just
I
ducked
did.
more. You know what we need to do? And she's gonna fake lower her voice. What we need to do is we need to kill Gray, bring him to the Druid's Grove, and when he's short enough, I can just send arrows over him, and it'll be fine.
Knowing you, you'd probably still somehow find a way to ricochet that arrow into my neck.
Not like it's hard.
On that note. Oh, shit. Okay, on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session here. With everybody being well encamped in the very weird, bloody encampment of the Gnoll ambush. And we will pick up here next week with a fresh day. I believe we are going into, and bear with me one moment. We are going into
one line that I would like to say, and it's super, super fast before I lose it.
Okay, give me just 1 second. So we're gonna be in day 27. It's gonna be Friday, the 27th of Mujem, and we will pick up next week at 10 a.m. with a long rest in tow. Okay, go ahead, Kat.
I'm gonna say that when she thinks Gray's looking away and she knows Gray's asleep, she is gonna just kind of bump Doc's shoulder, just accidentally and kind of affectionately.
Oh.
All right.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. That's wonderful. Okay, so there is a slight bump of affection, and we will see next week. I think we were going to pick up right here and see how Doc...
She ran away.
She literally took off out of the room, and I'm kind of surprised. I don't know what the fuck just happened. All right.
Oh, no.
I'm not entirely sure. Okay. On that note, though, we will pick up here next week, and yeah, we'll be right where we left off. Thank you guys for a very excellent session, finishing our combat and picking back up into our role play, which is always wonderful. And yeah, that's gonna be that.
All right, thank you, everybody. Glad you're alive, Doc. If you can hear us.
I think she can hear you. Can confirm. Oh, sorry. We had sorry. One of our kids said was talking into the camera and said that they were having some ear pain. So,
Oh no.
I mean, when you have 3 kids, it's just, you know, it's a nonstop fucking thing. One kid wakes up and says, I pooped my pants, and the other kid says, my ear hurts, and the other one says, my throat hurts, and I'm like, oh God, what the fuck? I don't. What the fuck are we doing?
Yay, children.
I know. But they're a blessing. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks so much.
Awesome, thank you.
Feel better. See you guys.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
And Husky Boyo, you're next. You guys should follow Husky Boyo if you're not already following him, because he's an amazing artist. And easily one of my favorites.